Hello, and we are live. How is everybody tonight? Hope everybody's doing good. Let me see who is with me tonight. We'll do some shout outs here before I bring on tonight's panel and we start shooting the bull. We got the Real Feels podcast here. Drew, hop on, man. Hop on. We've got Quentin here tonight. What's going on, Quentin? We got Danny in the chat. We got Horror House Online in the chat. Tiki Ghoul is here. We got DJ Donnelly doing double duty here on YouTube and on Twitch. Man, you're everywhere, DJ. Got Punisher Batman fan here. How you doing? Got Sean. Shalom, Sean. Sin Jin is here. How you doing tonight, sir? Hope everybody's having a good holiday season so far. Hope everybody's got their Christmas shopping done because it is rapidly approaching, and the USPS is struggling. So, Brian Trash is here with us. Derek Jana, what's cracking? We got Saturn Video with us tonight. How you doing, sir? Got Dave here dropping some love for Bloodbeat, a Christmas classic. So. All right, cool. We got quite a few people here hanging out with us tonight. Very cool. Let me bring on tonight's panel, and we'll dive into some topics here. I'm going Christmas shopping for my cousins. Well, that's very kind of you, Quentin. Gotta take care of those cousins. All right, here we go. First up, making his return after a long hiatus. Well, we're glad to have him back. Lauren, how you doing tonight, sir?
I feel like there's at least 3 people that missed me.
I would say that's probably a good estimate.
It is. It really is.
Good solid estimate. 3 people.
So it is rainy with a chance of drones out here in Jersey, and it's been warmer the last couple of days. That makes me happy because anything that allows me to pretend it's not the holiday season is also something that brings me great joy.
Well, Lauren, I think this show tonight will get you in the holiday season.
Which one?
I think the holiday season, the Christmas season. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think this show will fill you with the Christmas spirit.
32 years of retail Christmases. There's not a chance in the world.
I think. Have you ever seen Miracle on 34th Street? Well, this is Miracle. This is Miracle on Pizzelle Channel tonight. Because by the end of it, Lauren, I think you're going to shed a tear. You're going to be so full of the Christmas spirit.
I always thought that it's curious that if the Grinch's heart grows 3 times, that he probably is going to have a heart attack and die. But yet that's a celebrated moment.
Well, but I mean, his heart was so small to begin with.
But it was doing the job, clearly.
Well, he was What is going
to happen to your blood pressure if suddenly your heart is 3 times the size? I mean, it's going to go through the roof.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
So his eyes would explode like something out of Total Recall.
Now I would have watched the new Grinch if that happened.
Well, yeah. I mean, anytime that Jim Carrey is going to self-destruct on screen, which actually is kind of always metaphorically,
It's true. It's true. But it's good to see you here, Lauren. I know you're very busy this season in the retail world, so glad you're here.
I appreciate it. It's good to be back.
Right on. And you've got a friend with you.
Kazi. Yeah. She's going to be on my head probably at some point in the evening or drawing blood from my arm. So
okay.
Yeah.
Good possibility, either or both.
Both are not just possibilities. It's going to happen.
Nice. All right. Also with me tonight, we have got Mr. Bombastic. How you doing, sir?
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good. How's your holiday season treating you so far?
It's not bad, man. I got to tell you, though, Lauren's right. Working retail during the holidays will just destroy your Christmas spirit. If you've ever worked a Black Friday, when Black Friday was Black Friday, you look at people differently. You look at them for the savages that they truly are.
I've never worked retail, but I have participated in a few Black Fridays, and I've seen, how it. I've seen the depths that people will go
You know,
to.
when I was younger, I appreciated the violence.
Right.
But the older you get, you just want to get your shit and go. I'm just here for like four DVDs at that point, or 4 Blu-rays or something, right? Like, I'm not fighting you for this TV, bro. Can I just go get my things?
Yeah. It's good to see you tonight, Jonathan.
Good to see you, boys.
Always a pleasure.
Did the
Also,
tell Lauren that he loved him first?
did what? I'm sorry.
Did the marble tell Lauren that he loved him first, at least?
I don't know.
Lauren swallowed a marble.
Maybe he's trying to throw it up. That's why he had to go off camera.
Possibly.
Just trying to get it out of him. We'll ask him here. Lauren, how's that marble?
That was when I was much younger.
Oh, but you
did it come out?
The marble has never been seen.
Now hang on. You've had X-rays since then, yeah?
I have.
No
I'm
marble?
telling you, the marble is gone.
Mm.
So you think your body broke it down? Do you think it could have?
I think that there's a possibility that it left me at a time when I did not realize it.
That's a possibility, yes.
However, from my experience, the marble will always be still with me.
There you go.
You have to believe in a higher power, Piz. I just happen to believe in the marble.
The marble.
Yeah.
You can get a tax break for that if you do it right.
I think it's 25 followers, right?
Yep.
Cool.
But I don't get better parking spot unless I lose a leg or something. So I have to do both.
Now, I'd imagine if you had a sticker, there's just a marble, and you could just gave you access to everything.
Really.
That would be cool. Also joining me tonight, we have got
Big Chris.
We got the Chris Moose here. How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
How's everything going down in Texas?
We had our first cold snap yesterday, so it's been good.
Nice.
Oh, blistering 59 degrees.
Actually, no, that was the high. It's 37. It was 37 overnight last night.
It's flat out cold here, boy.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, we got some snow here overnight, and I think we might be getting some snow now. According to my phone,
they're talking about going into Friday, getting some more snow our way.
Okay, so we may have a white Christmas here in Kentucky, but
Nice.
yeah. Well, you guys down there getting a little dose of the cold for the season. Not bad.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got to put on those festive sweaters, and
Exactly. We can wear ugly Christmas sweaters without sweating our asses off.
Exactly. What about snow? Any chance of snow down there?
It's been snowing more often lately, so it snows about once every 4 or 5 years, which is very frequent given like our latitude of the Earth.
Okay. Well, it's good to see you tonight, man. Hope you're doing well. Let me ask all of you guys: are you ready for Christmas? Have you got your Christmas shopping done? Are you?
I'm actually done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done. And Axe is going to say is Sam would have mentioned it. She bought the Santa Sleigh T-shirt off your store, Piz.
Very good choice.
Exactly. She's going to wear that. I'm going to wear my Nakatomi Plaza T-shirt to her work Christmas party on Friday.
I have
Oh
that
my
shirt.
gosh!
Good pickup.
Her work will be very envious of that Santa sleigh shirt.
Oh yeah,
they'll be wanting to know where to get that. So,
where's that sequel?
Exactly. Where is that sequel? And Goldberg could still do it. There's no question.
He's not doing anything. He actually has the correct colored beard for it now.
Yeah.
He does.
They need to bring it back and then have Bret Hart defeat him.
Oh my God. Yes. No, Chris, I wasn't thinking into this, but we could lean into the wrestling thing. This could be a WWE Pictures comeback. Call us, WWE. We're willing to work a fee out.
So it's nice to see you guys. Bye.
Lord, I thought you were a big Goldberg fan.
That's what the problem is. He's very offended that we're besmirching Bill Goldberg right now. I'm sorry, William Goldberg, as he refers to him.
Okay, so let me. Okay, so here's the story. I don't think it's inappropriate. You have to keep in mind my mother is, very simple Kentucky woman. Back in God, this was sometime late 90s, early 2000s when WCW was a thing. They had some sort of promotional affiliation with Little Caesars Pizza. And all of their pizzas came inside a box with Goldberg on the top and his name around it. And my mom goes, Goldberg, a Jewish professional wrestler? And she goes, I thought they were smarter than that.
Oh, he's one of the dumb ones.
So every time I think of Goldberg, I like hear my mom, Goldberg, a Jewish professional wrestler. So
I gotta find this pizza box now, Piz.
Oh,
I
yeah.
missed it.
Oh yeah, we've actually got somebody in the green room here. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, sir?
Yo.
Hi guys, how you doing?
I like
Good to see y'all.
the background there is very festive. Feels very Christmassy. I like it.
Thank you. Got my lights up and
How you
feeling the
doing tonight,
spirit.
man? Yeah,
Doing
right
good.
on.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. Doing good. You a big fan of Santa Sleigh with Bill Goldberg?
Favorite. It's my favorite.
Good,
No,
got
I
good
don't know.
taste.
I've actually never seen it.
You've never seen
Oh,
Santa
dude, you never seen. Oh,
It's fun.
no, it's like made for you, dude. Like you need to watch
Really?
that now. Yes, you would love it so much.
I never even knew he was in that. I never even heard of it.
It's
I'm gonna check that out. I'm looking for new movies. So
okay.
it was
you
like
should.
04, 05.
Something like that.
Just the opening 5 minutes, you're gonna just
Oh, yeah.
die laughing and just big grin on your face.
Bill Goldberg murders James Caan
oh my God.
And Fran Drescher.
and Fran Drescher. He sets
Whoa.
Fran Drescher's head on fire.
Oh,
And
yeah,
who's Corky Romano? What's his
Romano,
name?
yeah, from SNL.
Yeah, what was the
Chris
dude's name?
Kattan.
Chris
Chris
Kattan.
Kattan.
In the opening 5, it's terrible. It's so good.
It's awesome. It's
That's
so
right up
fun.
my alley.
It's so fun. So fun. But I saw hold on a minute here. Dave, you've not done any Christmas shopping yet? Bro, you got to get on it, man. Especially if you're ordering stuff, because you know, like I was saying earlier, the USPS is already they're struggling, my man. They're struggling.
Dave lives like 5 minutes from the Amazon depot. He's fine.
Oh, that's right, Jersey. Okay. All right. He could walk to the depot and get his packages.
No, quite literally. They're
Hey,
everywhere here.
give me my fucking package.
Or just scream up to the Amazon drones.
Exactly.
You got this, Dave.
So Dark Hawk Mark says Shane Douglas was his high school teacher.
That's amazing.
Wow.
What did
Was
he
he a-
teach?
Imagine him just like tearing into you for not doing your homework, like as the franchise.
I knew he had been a teacher for a while, so that's funny. That's funny. What's going on, Brian?
Gilbert.
Gilbert, classic. We've got somebody else here in the green room. Cody, dude who loves movies. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. Just happy to be here.
How's your holiday season treating you?
You know what? It doesn't feel like the holidays at all. I don't know if I'm just not in the mood or what. There's just a lot going on. But hopefully the closer it gets, the better it gets.
Yeah. No, I know that feeling. Lots been going on around here lately,
Yeah.
too, so it's just kind of, and it's flying by so fast.
Mhm. Yeah, and with Thanksgiving being so late, all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
right after Thanksgiving, all of a sudden it's 10 days till Christmas, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But Cody, it's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you guys as well.
Matt, it's good to see you too, man. Thank you guys for being here.
Of course.
Well, let's just dive into some topics here. Have you guys seen any good movies lately you want to mention? You want to throw out there? Anything good, bad, indifferent? Anybody been to the theater lately? Has
I
there been
haven't.
anything,
I
has there
haven't
been
been to
anything worth
theater.
watching?
Not to the theater yet, but I finally watched As the TV Glows.
Mm.
Oh, okay. That's good. I like that
I liked
movie
it.
a lot. Yeah.
It was good.
Yep, like that one a lot. Definitely. That's going to be on my top 10 list somewhere, I think, by the end of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Did anybody get out and go watch that new Werewolves movie?
No, I want to see it though.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
much up there?
I'd like to see it as well. I keep hearing like one person will say it's really fun and good, and somebody will be like it's crap and this. And so it's like it's I think it's just supposed to like a fun time, but
I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be an intellectual film or anything.
It's werewolves.
Yeah, I think it's just werewolves are coming. Get ready. Like I'm down.
Somebody messaged me and they were like, "This, it's really good. Great practical effects, practical transformations,
Well,
very little CGI.
that's cool.
Werewolves look good." So,
I heard it's like werewolves mixed with the Purge or something like that.
yeah, exactly. That's how it was described to me. Werewolves in the Purge. Yeah.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Joe Reese says he saw it last weekend. How was it, Joe? Anything else you guys want to throw out there? You've seen lately?
I do want to say that the poster looks pretty cool for werewolves.
Mhm.
It looks pretty a throwback.
I want to see Y2K too. Any of you guys made it up to that yet?
I haven't seen that one.
That's
That
cool.
looks
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah, I know that one's not done very well at the box office. That one's kind of tanked.
I didn't see a lot of previews for it until last week. Like I didn't start seeing promotional material for it until then.
Mm.
It had a very troubled production, so they kind of have been watching what they're spending on the promotion.
No.
Gotcha.
Kyle Mooney, not a good director.
I don't think that was really the problem. I think that A24 is trying to become a populist shingle rather than an art shingle, and that's not. It's a hard transformation. I mean, they can't just go Blumhouse. It's just not going to work.
They can go full blown.
No,
but they're
no,
trying.
but they're definitely making some real coin now. Like
But
so,
they're trying to get into that space, at least as far as the box office goes. So you're going to see a rocky road of them having some misfires before they figure it out, I think.
they can't wait to lose $250 million on a movie. They're just shit.
Well, I don't think we'll get there. I think they're smarter than that. But
Yeah.
See, I thought maybe it was the Ziegler effect. Nobody wanted to see it because it's got Rachel Ziegler in it.
I thought you were going to tell me Dolph Ziggler was.
I know that. That's the first thing I was thinking was Dolph Ziggler.
I was like, heck yeah. Now I really want to see it.
Now, if he was in it, it would have been number one at the
Yeah.
box office. No
Yeah.
doubt.
am I just going to not understand anything tonight?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Unfortunately, the Werewolves movie's not playing anywhere near me. I would have liked to have seen it.
It's not doing very well either.
It's not doing very well either. No, it's going to be on streaming probably
Next
before
week.
the end of the year. Probably.
This is the dumbest window for that kind of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nosferatu could work because it's kind of channeling that Ghost Stories for Christmas vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge film too. Like it's,
Yeah, but the kind of like your fun dumb horror this is not the window for it.
Why
Yeah.
is it not October by default?
They don't want to compete with other horror movies like bigger
Or
things.
even-
coming.
Yeah, but it seems like everybody
Summer.
goes, we're not going to release it in October, and then we get 2 horror movies in
Yeah.
October.
Yeah. I don't know. Joe Reese says he liked it. The practical effects and werewolf suits were great. It's the Purge with werewolves and bullets.
I mean, of course, bullets.
Oh, we've got the horror geek here. Mike, how you doing, sir? Happy holidays to you. Hope you're doing well.
I feel like werewolf movies in general just don't do well anymore or ever. I don't know if they
What's
were
the
ever,
last
like, huge.
theatrical werewolf movie?
Probably the Wolfman with Benicio del Toro or is it?
Benicio del Toro, like from 2010?
What was the video game adaptation from 2 years ago? Werewolves Everywhere or something?
Oh, okay. Did that go to theaters?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I wanted to see that. I heard that was good.
It wasn't great.
No.
It was okay. It was not great.
Werewolves just aren't as marketable as other monsters. Vampires, oh cool, I'll go watch a vampire movie. Werewolves,
Well, vampires are sexy. Werewolves aren't really sexy.
Well, yeah, but I also think like you gotta have a decent story to go along with the werewolf movie.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a zombie movie where it's like we can just throw these people in here and then undead hordes are coming at them. With werewolf, you need a sympathetic character to be your main werewolf almost.
Yeah.
Well, you can do something like Dog Soldiers. I mean, but
Yeah.
I think the bigger problem is that if we're being honest and we get our nostalgia caps off, because that's important, what is the really greatest werewolf film ever? I mean, as far as what they look like, you're going to have to go back to the golden era because honestly, most special effects werewolf films we may like for being inventive, but they don't particularly look good.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't. When you compare it with the big special effects monsters of any given time, Gary Oldman's version of Dracula, we don't have a werewolf that looks as good as that image of Dracula.
Yeah.
And I think people are just skeptical until they see it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, no one's kind of cracked it, I think.
What about the new Wolfman, the Lee Whannell Wolfman?
Did you see the leaked pictures of that thing?
It's like all bald and shit.
That's a good looking Wolfman.
Holy shit. This is going to be...
Ooh.
Get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a fun, bad
Well,
experience.
I saw they had the actors in the outfits at like the Halloween Horror Nights.
For Universal, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that can't be what the werewolf looks like. But then like you see the face of him in the trailer, and I was just like, oh gosh, that's
The popcorn bucket is a little thing of Rogaine.
Oh, Nico, thank you for the $10, my man. Holiday cheers, Piz and pals. Fight amongst yourselves tonight. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Nico. Hope you're having a great holiday season, man. Appreciate that. I don't know. I like Lee Whannell. I've liked just about everything he's done, but there's some red flags on this Wolfman movie. Like
Maybe if we complain hard enough, they'll pull a Sonic and go back and redo the entirety of his scenes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We got Swaggy in the chat here. What's going on, Swaggy? And I mean, it's got a January release date. And as we all know, the best movies always come out in January.
Well, I think it was supposed to come out in October, wasn't it? And then it was pushed. Yeah.
Well, that's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Always a good sign.
Someday we're going to get another Universal Monster Universe, aren't we?
100%.
How about we just re-release the real movies and just be done with it? I would do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be cheaper.
It'd be better films.
Well, exactly. That too.
Werewolves Within and The Wolf of Snow Hollow were great recent werewolf flicks. I liked
what I was talking about.
Yeah, I liked both of those. I really liked Cursed that came out a couple of years ago. That one was really good.
Best example, actually.
Yeah. And what was the one with like the elderly guy and there was a werewolf at like gosh, what was that one called?
Yeah.
Late Phases.
Yeah, late phases. I even like How, but I really like werewolf movies. So
what was the one with Christina Ricci?
Cursed.
Okay,
different Cursed.
Or Curse or Cursed. Yeah.
Wes Craven never made a bad film, right?
It's Cursed. Past tense.
Yeah. Oh man, like hearing when I did my Bloodstream with Patrick Lussier, hearing him talk about that movie and how they just kept the Weinsteins just kept throwing, like their idea to fix it was just throw more money at it, like just keep making it over and over again.
Yeah, more CG.
And eventually you'll get it right. So, oh my God.
I've actually heard. I think maybe it was on your pod or on that Bloodstream, or somebody said that was the best. Like the version we saw is actually the best version they have.
Ooh.
So
actually, no. I think Patrick Lussier said it was either the first one or the second one they did was his favorite. The one that had like Skeet Ulrich still in it and Mandy Moore. Like the story changed too. So it was.
Well, there was some talent behind the camera that swapped out for bad reasons too. That set the whole production on a skid that it never recovered from. So it's the Weinsteins, but it's a whole lot more than the Weinsteins.
Yeah,
it's Hollywood at its worst.
We got Dan in the chat. Shout out, guys. Sorry I couldn't make it tonight. Awesome panel. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Hope you're having a good holiday season. Nobody stretches $1 like Whannell. I'm crossing my fingers, but why call it Wolfman? Good question.
Get people to go.
Well, that's true. Yeah, get people to go.
And I have a feeling they might try to be doing the one thing. It's like, yeah, it's coming out in August, it's coming out in January, but maybe it'll be that sleeper hit like Megan was. Like it did really well for when it came out.
Yeah.
Where I don't know if Megan would have done as well if it came out in or during Halloween kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Nico mentions Ginger Snaps. That was a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the sequels, the Ginger Snap sequels, but the first one I like a lot.
I like Bad Moon a lot. That's my favorite. werewolf movie. It's because it's like the main character and the hero is a dog. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. Ah,
I
man.
like the one
Werewolf
that had like the kid who was a werewolf and the mom kept moving towns. I can't remember the name of that one off the top of my head right now.
Oh yeah.
What was that one?
Yeah, like she had to keep moving towns all the time and finding like cash paying jobs, and I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember that one. Oh well, Swaggy brings up the best werewolf movie ever, and that's Teen Wolf.
Of course.
There's no doubt about that.
Surfing on a van.
Oh, such a great movie. Well, speaking of new movies, you guys hear that we are getting, surprise, surprise, we are getting a new Evil Dead, and it's got an official title.
Oh yeah,
Evil Dead Burn.
Which is what I'd probably like to do with the script if I saw it.
So,
is it another reboot, or is it a sequel, or is it a legacy sequel? Like, what the fuck is it?
No idea at this point. Just we have a title. I don't know if we have a plot synopsis.
I think it's a genre now. I think you just like, hey, you guys get how this shit works, right? They're gonna find a book, they're gonna do some reading, and then things are gonna get wild.
Can you guys not see what they're doing? They're gonna have these completely separate films, and then they're gonna cross them over.
Oh yeah,
They think they're being clever. There's two other Evil Dead projects that are coming as well. One of which is an animated direct sequel to Army of Darkness. But it's like they're trying to keep things under wraps, but it's all out in the open. I did not think Evil Dead Rises was very good. I thought it was the weakest of the films, and I'll never watch it again.
That's all true, I think. Yeah.
I liked it quite a bit, but I also like its Pat and stuff like that. So
I really enjoyed the beginning of Evil Dead Rise. Like when you're in the woods at the lake. I was like, all right, do that title sequence where she rises out of the water. I was like, fucking bravo.
Yeah.
And then we're in a high rise and it just gets.
And then we got Demons too for some reason.
Yeah.
And
it felt more like a Demons movie to me.
Yeah.
Like an Evil Dead movie.
The setting is crucial, I think, for an Evil Dead movie. There's just something about a cabin in the woods. Like it's a joke. They've literally made a movie called Cabin in the Woods, partly parodying it.
Yeah.
Like
I just question whether, I mean, this is true of all the long running franchises, but is there enough there for the number of films? And at a certain point, if you're going to be different enough, why aren't you just making something original?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like the Texas Chainsaw thing. Like at this point, can't we just tell another story about like hillbillies with attitude problems?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I just think it might be one of those things like demon films about possession. We can do it, but does it have to be part of this franchise?
I mean, it's weird because it was supposed to just be a direct to streaming movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, like it's almost like, there's an audience, but there's not a big enough audience. And they were like, oh wait, this turned out better than we thought. So let's throw it in theaters.
Well, I think they also saw how Hulu handled the newest Predator movie. Yeah, and Hellraiser, but like the Predator movie, for the most part, a lot of people were talking about it when it came out and liked it. So people would have went to see that in theaters, and instead of making some money, they made no money off of that. So I'm sure they were looking at that. Like,
do you feel like that Hellraiser movie? Sorry,
no, you go ahead.
Do you feel like that Hellraiser movie felt like it was theatrical though? I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like if I went and saw it in a movie theater, it would feel odd.
No, I don't think it was.
What's the last Hellraiser thing that really felt like it really deserved the theater screen?
3.
2, maybe 3.
I'm going Hellbound. Yeah,
exactly.
I kind of
3 is like made to be huge. But sorry,
but
I think people would have went to see it just to see Hellraiser back in theaters.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I would have sat there going, "Oh, this feels like a direct to video or direct to streaming thing." And I really liked the reboot, man. I thought it was fun.
That's how I felt with Evil Dead Rise while I was watching it in the theater. I was like, oh this was definitely intended for a streaming platform. But
I also think that that's kind of a good thing though, because to be honest with you, like the digital distribution of today does not require much expense. So we should be getting things in theaters for a week before they just get thrown onto streaming. So those of us who want to see it in a confined environment can.
Yeah. See, that's how I feel about the Axel F. Like that movie was way too good for Netflix. I don't know if anybody saw that, the new Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Well,
Yeah.
not yet. I've been meaning to
I've
see
not
it.
seen it. I've not
Yeah.
seen it.
Did you say you did see it?
I've not seen it. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and it didn't feel like it should have been on Netflix. It should have been in theaters.
I liked Evil Dead Rise for what it was. It's easily my least favorite Evil Dead, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad movie. It just, I don't know.
It's just underwhelming for me.
Like you said, like I'll probably never watch it again.
Yeah.
Because let me ask a question. Do you have an itch for another one?
Not necessarily, no. But there's obviously like they want to introduce like new characters into it, and then have them all link up and go knock on Ash's trailer door and say, "Hey, we need your help."
Let me help you here. This is so easy to see coming. All these main characters that have survived these movies are going to come together. They're going to be fighting the Deadites. At the end, there's going to be an ultimate Deadite, and Ash shows up in the last fucking act to save the day. And Bruce Campbell's back after saying he'd never do it, so no one saw it coming except we all saw it coming. This is going to happen. This is absolutely going to happen. That's what they're building towards.
Yeah,
and it's fine. It's fine. I'm just not terribly interested. I like all the Evil Dead films to some degree. The last one was just very underwhelming to me. So they have some work to do if they want to rebuild that credibility. Long-running franchises can do it. The last Saw film was the best in its entire series. It can be done, but it's real rare.
Yeah. What's up, Davey Deathray? How you doing, sir? I did. Speaking of movies that were intended to go to a streaming platform and then got a big theatrical release, I will Smile. I saw Smile 2, and I loved the opening of Smile 2, but after that, I mean, I was just bored.
Man, everyone says it's so good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It bored me.
It was okay.
Cool.
I hate
better than the first one.
It's way better than the first one.
Yeah, it's better than the first one. The opening 5 minutes of
the crack house scene is amazing. The crack house scene is better than anything else. Yeah.
Like that's it's. I'm sure there might have been cuts in it, but it looks like it's one continuous long take.
Yeah.
I love the way it ended. But I kind of wish they would have just hung with Kyle Gallner throughout the whole movie, honestly, instead of the Britney Spears,
the pop singer.
Yeah, the pop singer thing.
Because it worked for me.
I thought it was a cool concept though to have be a pop star and look out in the audience and see. I haven't seen the movie, but it looked a lot better than the first one. I haven't seen the first one.
Way better.
You haven't.
The first one is under.
You haven't seen the movie, but you know exactly how it's going to end.
Yeah.
So as soon as I heard what the movie was about, I was like, okay, I know how it's going to end. So the journey is how to get to that final point. But see, it committed a cardinal sin for me with these kind of movies where you have an unreliable narrator or one of those where you're like, is it all in her head, or is it really happening, or isn't it? So she has to be at this certain point in the movie by the end. So instead of it being the journey there, she just wakes up there and they go, oh, the last hour of the movie, it didn't happen. And I went, screw you. I'm done.
Yeah.
So no, I was like, nah.
I think that might be a simplification of what they're saying happened, but no, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I think that if most sequels were as ambitious about changing the way the narrative of the first film worked like this did, I'd be a much happier person with these new franchises. This is completely what, say, Happy Death Day should have done instead. Because Happy Death Day 2 feels like a film that we all are trying to erase from our memories.
I never even bothered.
It's exactly what you think it is, and yet somehow less.
I liked the first Happy Death Day a lot, so I didn't even bother with the second one.
What's funny is I only saw the second one, I saw the first one, but even then I was kind of bored with the second one. I was like, oh, I know where. I spent more of my time trying to figure out where this was shot because I recognized the skyline from my state. I was like, I know where this is. I recognize that kind of like the grocery store. Like I spent more time doing that than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico saw Oh, that's right. Nico told me he was going to an early screening of Nosferatu. He
Okay.
appreciated it and dug the the craft more than he enjoyed the film. So Nico is losing his moderator badge. I'm just joking. Love you, Nico. We got Orc in the chat too. How you doing tonight, Orc? Yeah. All right. Well, so we got Evil Dead Burn to look forward to, and that American Psycho remake. Our new Patrick Bateman has been cast. Austin Butler will be the new Patrick Bateman.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's a really good, generic, good-looking guy.
Yeah.
But why? Why do we need? We don't need a new. We don't.
Now hang on. If they go in a completely different direction,
well, we were talking American Psycho.
Yeah, why call it American? Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, if they're going to be more faithful to the book, from what I understand.
We were talking about this during a recent stream, and like, what's he going to be, like a TikTok star now? Because they're going to make it modern, right? So it's
you're
TikTok
right.
Star or something. So
yeah, I guess in my head I was still thinking it would be like 1980s New York, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's going to be modernized. So, but I mean, I guess if you're gonna, he's definitely not a bad choice for Patrick Bateman because he's got that, he's got the face.
He's got the Ken doll look going on.
He's got the Ken doll look going on. He is Knuff to play.
Hang on, now I would have cast Gosling then. I would have went and got Ken, right? Like if you're gonna,
he would have done.
Let's
he could
get
have done
on
it.
the nose with it.
He could have done it. He could have done it for sure. Yeah.
But will the new movie appreciate Huey Lewis in the news as much?
I doubt it.
See, the only real American Psycho story we need is where is Patrick Bateman today? Where is the 60-year-old Patrick Bateman?
I feel like they were going to try to do that, and then all of a sudden they didn't do it. Like they were going to do him in his 50s.
But wouldn't that ruin everything in the first movie because you didn't even know if it's a dream or not, kind of stuff by doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have done. They'd done something. It would have worked. Like, what's Patrick Bateman doing now? You know what I mean? Is he still an American Psycho? Is he mellowed in his old age?
Well, if you watch the sequel, he doesn't make it.
Well, no,
but the only character
Mila Kunis took him out.
The only thing I could attribute to him is he would really hate Spotify. Like that would be like a tick for him. Every time somebody wanted to listen to something like on streaming.
Yeah, and he would have no place to return videotapes to.
No, but could you imagine him going into a rant on woke? And then like chainsawing through a hooker.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd been awesome.
But it would have been one of those things where you wouldn't want to see it without Christian Bale, and I don't see Christian Bale wanting to even consider doing that.
I don't know if they'd be like, okay, well, Christian, we want you to weigh 72 pounds for this. I'll do it.
I'll do it tomorrow.
What? Real fat to the end of the movie.
Yeah, or like we want an obese Patrick Bateman. Can you put on 300 pounds? Give me a week.
And we're
I'll get hold of the guy I called when I did Cheney.
We're gonna need you to cut off a few fingers. Not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Which ones you want off?
I've been waiting for that role.
Exactly. Yeah. Has anybody seen Heretic? Thoughts on Heretic?
Liked it a lot.
I procured it, and I'm going to watch it after this.
Me too.
I talked about it last stream.
That's right. You did talk about it last stream. You thought it was okay, right?
Oh, yes, exactly. Given the climate of horror movies this year, it wasn't bad. But like, there's been so many great movies this year, it doesn't seem as good as it could have been.
Okay.
I just hear good things, though. I mean, or I haven't heard bad things. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I'm going to watch it tonight, probably.
And once again, like I said, I really feel like this is a sociologist who was going for his doctorate degree, lost it, and he's going to prove everybody wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little speechified as a film, but it has something to say, and then it criticizes what it said, which is nice. It's not going to be something I think that we hold to our graves as a favorite movie for any of us, but I really enjoyed it on a single watch. I don't know if I want to revisit it. I think it kind of said what it needed to say, and I'm good with that. I've had a really good time with it. I don't want to probably look it too closely over.
They don't all have to be bangers. They just have to
No.
be enjoyable for an hour and a half.
Exactly.
We need programmers as well, but you just don't. I think we too often keep going back to things that we had any kind of fun with and expecting to keep having the same amount of fun, and that's not what these movies are made to do. So
no, as well as there's nothing to go back for and look for something different or something new. It did it all at its piece. I enjoyed my time with it. I didn't feel like I wasted my money going to the movies and seeing it. I enjoyed it. It was fine.
See, these are movies that they're made for like streaming, for the streaming era to watch once, where it's not like, where they're not made for us who we want to buy it and watch again. That's how I feel.
well, a lot of movies weren't though. That's not really new though. It's just the VHS era happened, and we started glomming onto the idea of watching some films, twice a day, every day for a month.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a natural thing. Movies had never been about that, but we just got.
Now, my parents never understood how I could keep watching movies over and over.
Yeah, exactly.
My parents are like, "Why are you watching Pat again for the third time today?" No.
Man, you are really,
you're really into that.
Like, you're like, you don't understand. My parents had to have a sit down with me. It was a whole thing. The school got involved.
That's funny. Oh yeah, moment of silence here for all the Christmas tree cakes that have been consumed this holiday season. I know I've consumed my fair share.
I killed a box.
Oh,
I'm not afraid to admit it.
I've taken out a couple of boxes. Trust
I haven't killed the box yet. I'm almost there, but I haven't killed the box yet.
The last box I managed to get my hands on were the big ones, like the the jumbo sized ones. So
now the real question
those
is,
wouldn't taste as good though for some reason.
they do. They taste
Just
they have less of the green sprinkles on them. The little, but they still taste really good.
what about the cherry cordials? I'm a fan.
I love those more. To be fair,
I do too. I like those more. Like,
I gotta try
a couple
those
boxes
blueberry
of those
ones.
nowadays.
The blueberry
What?
ones.
I didn't hear about this.
No. What he's talking about is the same thing. Little Debbie has a cherry cordial.
Oh
snack.
God, we had the same conversation last
Yes.
time because I was going on about the blueberry. Yeah. No, guys, just stop listening to me. I'm just.
Yeah, they're like a cake.
I like this conversation a lot more than the wrestling one, so keep going.
Okay. Well, let's jump ahead to favorite holiday sweets or treats. Cody, I'm gonna start with you.
So I like those chocolate-covered cherries. That
those are dope.
Yeah,
You have to buy them in that giant pack and feel like the fattest person on earth eating them.
Well, that and they're like, like it's like $1 for a box, and you're just like, all right, Walmart, give me 50 of them. Like I like those, and like I like fudge too, like the homemade fudge.
Oh,
so my
God.
grandma's do that. She does this thing too, where it's like a pretzel, and then she puts a like a chocolate kiss on it, and then M&M on it, and then just put it in the oven for a couple minutes. Those are pretty good.
Try that with a Rolo instead.
It's funny you said that. I saw a commercial where someone was doing something with a Rolo, and I was like, I want to do that with a Rolo on those. I was just thinking about that. That sounds good.
So good. Matt.
Oh man. So I was thinking, I don't really buy a lot of like Christmas treats, but my mom every year she makes these like candied bacon wrapped like little cocktail weenies. Dipped in brown sugar.
Bacon wrap.
So good. Oh, so
it's
good.
I will like it's bad news, dude. I'll eat so many of those things.
Yeah, all you had to say was bacon wrap, dude. And I was gonna agree
candied
with you.
bacon
We
wrap.
all knew exactly what you were talking about. Yeah.
You're like, I don't care what it's wrapped around at this point. Candied bacon, keep going. Like,
Yeah. Brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so good. Those are so freaking good. What about you, Jonathan?
it's the cherry cordials, man. The cake.
Okay.
Those things are too good. And the Swiss Miss, the little Swiss rolls.
Oh yeah.
That are cherry around this time of year.
Oh, nice. What about you, Lauren?
So Flips, the chocolate covered pretzels, put out a seasonal flavor that is Snickerdoodle this year.
Ooh.
That is pretty remarkable because I'm not a chocolate guy, so that was like a big upgrade for me. They'll be gone before you know it, so if you can find them, get them now.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
My family actually makes bourbon balls, so I enjoy those during the holidays, as well as cherry cordials, white Christmas tree cakes. I'm also a mint guy, so just anything mint, I'm
Yeah.
pretty much fine with. But what I do miss is that a friend of mine I haven't seen in a while. She used to make mice. What it is, it's maraschino cherry, or it is like basically maraschino cherry kind of dipped in chocolate, and you put a Hershey Kiss on it, and like little almonds for ears. And that's a little
Okay.
snack. Looks like a little tiny little mouse. It's really good.
Dang, that sounds good.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds really good. That sounds really good. What's up, Rockin' Bear? How you doing tonight, sir? For me, 3 words: Christmas tree cakes all day, every
Boom.
day. Oh my god!
Have you seen people make like a Christmas tree cake dip now?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what have you
Wow.
tried this, Piz?
I've not. No, I've saved every Christmas tree cake dessert or a recipe that I see on Instagram, and I've seen a ton of them. I save them because like there's like a Christmas tree cake. There's like a Christmas tree
Mhm.
cake cookie. There's like Christmas tree cake dip. Everything is Christmas tree cake. I save it. So
I've
Okay.
seen
Well,
Christmas
stay
tree
with
cake
me. You
edibles.
got to make a video with Jeremy with that and get him like, and you guys get Teddy Grams, and now you have like a giant Dunkaroo situation.
There you go.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds good
He doesn't like those, does he? Because it's cake.
because it's cake. Yeah, you say the word
Keep
cake,
trying.
in
This
front
is
of him,
just icing, right?
he just
So
shuts down.
Yeah.
I thought you had him try one before on a stream. I mean, on a video.
He had those
Yeah,
were
fruit-
cake.
fruit cake.
They were cake bites.
Right.
Those little
right.
square things. Those are really good too.
Yeah, those are really freaking good. Those are really freaking good. He did try. I think it might have been during last year's Christmas stream or the year before. He would take little tiny little tiny nibbles of like the Christmas tree cake, and then be like, I'm done.
Mhm.
Something I don't know how he got what cake trauma
Yeah.
he had as a kid, but like cake is just off limits. Red Rooms. Several people
Oh
have
my
mentioned the
God.
movie Red Rooms.
It's probably one of my favorites of the year. I went on
Mm.
my last video. I was talking about it.
where can I
Amazing
find
movie.
that?
I've never heard of it.
It was hard to find for a while. Vinegar Syndrome's partner labeled Factory 25 put it out on Blu-ray. You can probably find it somewhere on the internet. I dug it up like back in January,
I'm sure Shudder.
but I don't know if it's streaming yet.
Well, okay.
It might be on Amazon. I don't know.
I remember somebody mentioning it. It is on Prime Video. Yes, you can rent it on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I've got it on my list. Yep. Okay. All right. Awesome.
For what it costs to rent it, I believe I'll just pick up this Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Is it a newer movie? Like what year was it made?
it was made in 2023, but I don't think
Oh,
it
okay.
got released until like maybe a month or two ago.
It's just the partner label. Okay.
Yeah.
Eggnog flavored jerky.
Dang.
Whoa,
That's
no thank you.
That's a
It-
thing.
I would try it.
So it sounds gross, but it also sounds like it'd be really good.
I would try it.
How
That sounds really
dairy
good.
and dried meat.
I don't know about that. Newports and hot cocoa. That sounds good to me.
That does sound pretty good.
Just light that right up.
Like the Newport menthols that we
Hey.
get with the Coke.
Anything Frank's Red Hot flavor is going to be better than yours.
I put that shit on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Right on. Did everybody see the trailer for 28 years later?
I heard about it, but I didn't want to see the trailer just yet. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I remember
It's a
seeing.
good trailer.
Okay,
I'll
because I
say-
saw
I
the
think
first
it
two
is.
in theaters, so I don't know.
I have to rewatch the first two. I saw them both in theaters, but I wasn't a big fan of them and never saw them again. But I have to
liked
rewatch
both
them.
of them. I liked both of them.
Yeah, I like both movies. I saw the first one in the theaters. I don't remember if I saw the second one or not. Maybe I did. I know I saw the first one in the theater. Who's directing 20? Is Danny Boyle back to?
Yeah,
Danny
Danny
Boyle
Boyle.
directed it.
Yeah.
And then I saw they're making another one with Nia Costello or whatever is directing the second one, the second part.
Okay. Well, yeah, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland both wrote it. It's got Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ralph Fiennes, and Cillian Murphy is in it as his character from the first film. So he's in there. And people have speculated because there's a
Shot
A
of
zombie that looks
there's
like
a
him.
there's a shot of a very emaciated zombie that looks a lot like him. And people are saying that that's him. Some people are saying it's not him. They're speculating it's like a dream sequence, or it's just
Yeah.
it clearly looks very much like him. So I don't know.
I really don't think they'd give that away in the trailer.
I don't
But then
think
again,
so.
I don't like. I'm sure like the people behind this movie they're smarter than that.
And it was shot on an iPhone 15, really?
Yeah,
Oh, my
yes, it
goodness.
was artistic
Wow.
choice, I believe, because it had a pretty decent budget.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of there though.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
funny
that-
if you see the picture. It's an iPhone 15 with like $50,000
Oh, yeah.
equipment attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not the first movie that's been shot on an iPhone. What was the movie Steven Soderbergh did?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with the Mental Institute.
Yeah, it had the Josh Gaffer Blair Witch Project.
I want to call it
Unsane or something like that.
Yeah.
Insane,
yeah.
insane.
insane.
But like you're talking about, iPhone cameras have come way farther since that was done.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Like in the last,
They still look like digital crap, though.
yeah, but I mean, so does a red whatever, right?
I agree, but I'm sorry, we're gonna end up having to put filters over the fucking image anyway.
Mhm. Mhm.
Why are we doing this?
Well, I think it was a choice because of how the first one was filmed, and I think the second one. I don't know. That's my assumption.
I'm biased here because I don't like either of the existing
Yeah.
movies. I will say the trailer looked better than either of those movies to me, but I'm not excited. I mean, I don't know. Logically, the whole zombie thing, 28 years later, how has these things survived? I don't get it.
Good,
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's a good
I know
yeah.
they're infected people, not traditional zombies, but that even makes it worse because infected people wouldn't have the survival skills for the long haul. So
mean,
maybe they'll have an explanation, but to me, it's
I
baffling.
just imagine there'd be like a new outbreak or something, but it looks like it's post-apocalyptic, like it's been an ongoing thing. So
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
because they have an island they built and they have the pathway
Yeah.
to the island. So
yeah,
unless maybe I don't know.
what if they pull a
Yeah.
Shyamalan and the only place where the infection is
the
on
island.
the island, and the rest of the world is like just it's now.
Yeah.
It was England originally, so that wasn't an island, the first one. So
I don't know.
That'd be crazy. Did Jeremy see the trailer? I know
He's
there's
not-
there's Teletubbies in the
there's-
beginning, so I didn't know.
Now,
if
that- we'll be going to watch it if he sees it. Teletubbies. Could you imagine Teletubbies as the infected rage? You
Mhm.
know, yeah, he'd be all for that.
We got a Banana Splits horror movie. I don't see why we couldn't have that movie.
we're getting
The
a
only-
Popeye horror movie. So
I
fuck it.
think you could just take the existing
Is that
show.
real?
That's real.
Popeye the Slayer Man? I thought
Yeah.
that was some AI bullshit.
No, that's
Because it
real.
goes to public domain next year.
Well, I'm sure it was written.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
I'll
We're
be
gonna
honest.
be doing this for a long time, aren't we?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because now everything, soon. It's like every year is gonna be something different. Like just wait till
Yeah.
they get to like Superman or something.
I saw
It's
the
not
Mickey
far
one,
off.
or I tried watching the Mickey Mouse one. I think I
Oof.
lasted about 15 minutes and I was done.
Yeah.
I was done.
To be honest, with you,
Unfortunately,
though,
Winnie the Pooh 2 is the best thing to come out of that yet. Low bar.
Is it?
I think a Pinocchio one would be cool that they're
We're
making.
definitely gonna see that. We Pinocchio's Revenge, bro. We
I
done
know.
have the perfect Pinocchio horror movie.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's true. We did
And the
that.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas one wasn't. That was pretty scary. Like
Yeah,
when
that
I was a
one
kid.
wasn't not scary. You get eaten by a whale?
I'm sorry, Lauren. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna ask. Like, so do you remember when we never would think about turning off a movie? We'd go through the end
Oh,
of
God, yeah.
anything.
Oh God,
And,
yeah.
and we're all beyond that now. We're all
Mhm.
comfortable shutting off films. That's kind of the downside of where we're at
Mhm.
in the streaming world. Is too many options lead us to no patience to sit through something.
No, you're right.
Dan and Dirk and Darren just covered Oasis of the Zombies and Zombie Lake. I don't think anyone under 25 is ever going to get through either of those movies ever.
Probably not.
So I mean, it's interesting because I think even you had said at one point that you never liked to ever turn off a film.
Oh no! If I rented a movie, if I paid for a movie, like to rent it or go watch it at the theater, I sat through. Even if it was the worst, if it was awful, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. You know what I mean?
That's how I am as well.
When I
Yeah.
rented Congo, I remember my dad really didn't want to do it, and he was like, "If you do not sit through this and watch the entire thing," and that became like a standard for me. Like, if we're spending money on it, I better watch it.
Dude, I watch Congo all the time over and over.
Well, I mean, he didn't have to tell me. As it turns out, I really enjoyed
What did
Congo.
you like? I was like,
Not
not many people do this.
$45 for a fucking 4K enjoyed Congo, but I enjoyed Congo.
You getting the 4K, Cody?
I am. Yeah, I bought that when it was announced.
Nice.
I also
I've
got,
only
also
ever
got
walked out of
Sliver
one
too.
movie.
What?
I said I've only ever walked out of one movie like I've paid for once.
What
And
movie was that?
The Hellboy, the remake, the first remake.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
I don't
I get that
blame you.
though.
I don't
That's
blame you for
reasonable.
that one.
Piz, was it you saying that the new Hellboy was good?
Yeah, the new Hellboy is surprisingly good. Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
They snuck that one in.
Yeah, they did. They snuck it in there. You got it. It opens a little rough. It feels very much like a fan film in the beginning. Just stick with it. It turns into a horror movie, and it's pretty good. I was surprised. So, and Lauren, you have pre-ordered the Keep 4K, right?
No. I'm interested. I'm not beyond physical media, but I'm starting to get close to the point where the pricing on these things is becoming ridiculous. That said, this week, literally, both of indicators, as things fall apart on me, Jean Rollin films came to me. So
okay.
I can be convinced to do it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Something like The Keep. I love Wilson, but
he's on it. He does an interview. He's on it.
Finally. But by the same rate, I can't see myself spending the money.
It might be worth it just to hear F. Paul Wilson finally, just because it'll probably be an interesting interview. I don't see Vinegar Syndrome editing him.
No. So can I tell you just really briefly the funniest thing? And Dan's going to hate me for telling this.
Sure.
So at the first time I ever met Dan was at a convention in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dan walks in and he sees me and he comes over and we're chatting for a minute. And then F. Paul Wilson comes in. And F. Paul Wilson walks up to me and starts rapping because we know each other from different things. But Dan is standing there turning progressively more Caucasian by the second. It was amazing.
It's funny.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad someone's finally giving the movie love, but it's still not the complete version, so who knows?
Yeah.
And I guess we're just never going to see that full version, unfortunately.
Sounds like probably not.
Yeah.
Although, if anyone is tired of waiting for the day the clown cried, go to ok.ru. It's Russia's YouTube. And you can watch the 40-minute digest version right now.
Jerry Lewis.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Leading children into the gas chamber as a clown.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not the full film, but it's more than we ever thought we'd see.
Wow.
Interesting. Ben liked the new Hellboy too. Right on.
Yes, great prices.
Let's talk just for a minute. Can somebody explain to me crypto?
Oh, sure.
Can somebody explain to me how it works and how you can? Okay.
Nobody knows Piz. That's why it's beautiful. You either get insanely rich or you lose everything you have.
Well, no. Apparently, you can get insanely rich and lose everything that you have in the same 1 minute span.
Yeah, like if you roll over for a second and then you come back to you have no money.
Exactly.
You see,
I just don't get crypto coin. I don't get it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the stock market, except it never stops, which is also kind of a fucking problem.
Yes. So
you can't be up all day like making sure it doesn't tank in the middle of the night because something weird popped off in the Middle East and a coin was based there or something.
So a lot of crypto, it depends on what coin you're going for. The main coin that everybody talks about, of course, is Bitcoin, the original crypto coin. That one has a finite amount. There's only going to be so many coins out total for the whole thing. So that's what makes the value to it is the finite amount to it. Yep. These other kind of meme coins out there people are making off the top of their fucking head, those are shit. Those are worthless. Those are built for rug pulls.
Yeah, they're basically like penny stocks.
Yes,
they are. There's also like terrestrial based like cellular carriers. Have you seen that turn like they basically go public through Bitcoin? Like, so you own shares of the company through the coin. Like the market cap of the business is the finite amount.
There's a lot of garbage out there. Most of it, I'd say 99% of it's trash. Except for the big ones, the big market cap.
The big, like big two. Were pretty much it.
And is this the same thing as like, because I don't know anything about crypto either or anything like that, but there's a where like you can buy like a collectible, but it's like a picture of the collectible.
So
that is an NFT.
Okay.
That's an NFT.
What, okay.
So
NFTs, I don't know what that is either.
So NFTs essentially are a digital version of how the art world works. So with the art world, they'll have somebody make a painting. It's one of a kind because it's only one physical painting. They'll sell it. They'll have somebody appraise it. It's like, oh, it's actually worth this fucking billions of dollars or some kind of bullshit. Then a rich person will buy it before it gets appraised. Their friend will appraise it for a lot of money, and then they'll donate that painting with all this money to some kind of art house. So it counts as donating to charity. So it's a money laundering scheme. Now we did it digital with NFTs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it made no sense to me. Like when I was
like,
why would I buy something and I'm gonna
Kevin Smith, that whole movie that was an NFT? Do you remember that?
Yes.
No.
Like nobody saw it. Yeah.
There's a ton of NFTs out there because everybody thought it was like a new version of the art world, but it is just digital, which makes it easier to fucking copy because you at least have to pay for print or like a fucking copy before. Now I just fucking right click and shit. So NFTs can be good, but no, they're not.
There is a use case for the technology. It's just how it was applied to art doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
So do you buy them with Bitcoin or is Bitcoin that's totally two different things?
It's two different things.
Okay.
It's two different things.
Okay.
So Bitcoin is the currency and you typically buy NFTs with Ethereum.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Which is the second biggest.
The second biggest one, yeah.
Okay, because I had like a pizza shop next to my house that took Bitcoin. It was like a Bitcoin machine or something.
You're starting to see Bitcoin ATMs and stuff now too.
Okay, that's what it was. I was like, what the hell is this?
Bitcoin's really solid.
Is it at all regulated? I mean,
no.
That's why it's attractive. It's not regulated. And you can do things somewhat anonymously, although Bitcoin is not anonymous because you have a wallet. And there are things out there that will allow you to circumvent where if you didn't want anybody to see this transaction.
Sure.
The stable ones are not those.
No.
There's also
so you don't get taxes on it or anything.
So you get taxed on those. If you change those into cash, you get taxed on it hard.
Okay, so you can trade it in.
It's basically also an investment, so you have to pay capital gains.
Yeah, so you'll pay capital gains if you have that investment for less than 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you pay more if you have it less than a year.
So that's true. You pay like almost 50%. Less than a year.
Yeah.
Do any of you have crypto holdings?
Yeah, dude. I have a bunch of junk coin.
I sold my crypto earlier this year when I had to buy a car. So I sold it unfortunately before it went really high. But I got a car.
You were able to buy a car from it though?
But not from it. No, fuck no. It's down payment on the car.
Oh, okay.
I keep like my savings account diversified throughout crypto.
If I would have gotten to crypto when I first learned about it, Bitcoin was about $300 a coin, $400 a coin.
Be a bajillionaire by now.
Oh, exactly.
But I had no money. It was not like today.
Oh,
it wasn't like on Coinbase and buy it. It was a whole different world back then.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, when everybody started originally getting rich off Bitcoin, like then everyone, like I remember like old people at a country club I went into one time, like were like having a small meeting and like they had little pamphlets because they wanted to invest in Bitcoin. And we're talking like 70, 80-year-old people. And it just kind of blew up.
Those are the people with the money to invest.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's where you got $100,000 Bitcoin.
Are you invested in Bitcoin, Matt?
Yes.
Or cryptocurrency?
Well, cryptocurrency. I mean, I have some. It's diversified. It's not like a lot of money either. By the way, don't get the wrong idea. But it's not like
At most, I had about $1,500 between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin.
Well, we have
So-
somebody just popped up in the green room, and I think he knows a little bit about cryptocurrency. Elon Musk is here. Let me bring him in.
Oh,
Joking. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm starting Pizcoin, and it's going to be. Listen,
You might as well,
guys,
dude.
exactly.
Get in before the rug
Yes,
pull.
exactly. Before,
Now remember,
you
you
make the
let
rug
your
pull, that's how it
buddies
goes.
in on it though before you do the rug
Exactly.
pull.
That's how it
Traditionally,
works.
You
so
pre-sell them to us.
Mm-hmm.
exactly, and it's
Okay.
not a good rug pull if you don't do it, Biz.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true. That's true. And like all I hear about crypto coin these days is like the scams and the rug pulls, and people are investing their life savings into a coin that's being promoted
That's
by
really dumb.
the Hawk
It is
Tuah
really
girl
dumb.
That's
or
because
Really
or
dumb.
Logan
Ben-
Paul.
Ben just hit up on the one I have the most money in is XRP.
XRP
It's a
was doing
small.
pretty good.
It is doing really good right now. Like, but it's a small coin, but it's a pretty solid coin. Like there's some legitimate people behind it. It's not just a meme coin. Now, meme
been
coins are
around.
also
that's the thing
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
you got to get into the ones that have been here through a
Yeah,
few.
exactly. The
cycles.
good ones.
yeah.
Yeah,
But also Piz. Not the Piz coin, the Nookie coin. All of the Nookie.
Yeah.
Holy
We
fuck.
need Pizcoins and Nookie dollars. That's what we
If we play this right, boys, we could be thousandaires.
Oh Jesus. But so all I hear about it is the scams, and like there was Logan Paul has apparently gotten away with several crypto
Multiple.
scams,
yes.
Multiple.
and the most recent one is the Hawk Tuah girl had Hawk coin, and they rug pulled that one like the same day it launched or something. And
That's
like,
all rug pulls.
$50 million.
yeah, like people put $50 million into a
Yep.
coin promoted by the Hawk Tuah girl.
Yep.
Her 15 minutes of fame has gone on way
She
longer
has
than I thought.
stretched that bad boy out for just being like
Yeah.
loose in public.
Mhm.
Not
She's
even.
been
She
around-
just said one suggestive thing, and like all these people.
You're true. It's right, man. And like she's kind of cute if you squint. Like so, like yeah, like
Look, she's Kentucky cute, okay?
yeah, dude, she's a Kentucky 7
Well,
for
she's
sure.
she's from Tennessee. She's a Tennessee girl.
Close enough.
So I don't, it blows my mind because Logan Paul, like we said, he's gotten away with multiple of these, and if he started one tomorrow, people put millions of dollars into it.
Yeah.
Have you met
And
the public, bro?
Well, that's
People
the thing.
are
They're not.
just very
They're
dumb.
going after people who have no idea what they're even getting themselves into,
Mm-hmm.
and even people because I've actually been affected by a rug pull back in my degenerate phase, and I lost a decent, not like a lot of money, but like more than like it was stupid. This was back in like 2020, something like that, and I never experienced. I mean, I made all kinds of mistakes in crypto, but it happens to a lot of people, but they target people who don't understand what's it's people who want to think they're going to make a lot of money really fast,
No.
and nobody makes money except the people who minted them.
Oh, exactly. The people who think they can make money are the same people who buy those help books in the gift shop at the casino. Like, I'm going to win this fucking gambling game now.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
you're not.
Like if you're diligent about it and you do a little research, you get more points than you do off a savings account. Is the way I look at it.
Yeah,
As long as
These-
you have your triggers set up and like you have alerts. And
Right.
I mean,
You can-
these are
you can
people who
manage
think
it.
they're going to just quadruple or no more. I mean, like
No.
100x their money in a day. Because the thing with Bitcoin and Ethereum is the market caps are at this point, you're not going to make the days of making 100 times your money on Bitcoin. You had to buy back in like 2010, maybe
Yeah.
earlier. Nowadays, you can make more money than you'd make it in a savings account, probably way more. It depends, obviously. But since the market caps are so low on these coins, there's a huge upside potential. But the risk is also extraordinary.
And it's a headache because you kind of have to
people
keep
don't understand
up
the
with it.
risk, and you have to really be on your game.
Yeah.
Exactly. But also to say is it's even safer if you work for a company that offers you a discount for buying stock from that company, like I do.
Yeah.
It's better to do that. And then my
Yeah.
company stock pays me dividends on top of that. So
Yeah.
I'm fucking making better money doing that than trying to chase the crypto dollar because I don't have time for that. But if you have time for it, it can work for
If
you.
you have time, you just have
But-
to, yeah.
It's niche. It's very niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I don't know. I'm like Tom Savini. I keep all my money in a safe in my basement.
Mhm.
So
It's not a bad way to go until money's worthless.
Yeah.
It's just, man, working 40 plus hours every day for like 65 years, and then there's like people out there farting in jars and making 25,000 a month. That's like, what the hell?
yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently, OnlyFans is experiencing like a dip for
Oh,
the
they
first
are.
time since the growth. So that's it. I wonder if people are just fed up with like that as a thing.
Well, I'm
And
sure.
it's gonna I'm sure it'll always exist. It's
It's
just
also a
isn't gonna
glut
be.
of people too. There's too many people on the platform.
Yeah, like I just you ever see somebody and you hear they have an OnlyFans and make a lot of money and you're like, that ugly troll has makes 25 grand a month on OnlyFans, and it could be a dude, could be a chick, could be
You
either
find
way.
your niche on OnlyFans.
You're
You
in.
gotta specialize.
I'm just mad I can't do it. Honestly,
Well, yeah.
Hey, man, you don't know until you post it.
that's the
That's
problem. When your
true.
wiener's
That's
out
true.
there and you still make you made $4. You made $4. Like,
But it's like, it's on the internet, so it's like always on the internet. So it's like, man, 30 years from now, a lot of these people will be like, oh yeah, about that.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Like when you try to apply for a job, there's a quick Google search of your name. Like, oh, hey.
yeah, and you only made $4 off.
Exactly. Yeah. So and I've heard stories of like, so and so started at OnlyFans, and she was like, "Oh, nobody will ever know." And then like
Everybody knows.
in a week now, everybody she's in a
yeah.
small town, nobody knows. And then everybody knows now. So,
Like what Ben said, if you dated somebody who has an OnlyFans and you're like, do what now? And they're doing well with it, you're like, hang on.
Mhm.
yeah, you're making how much a month?
I could tell them like, oh, you fart a lot. Like,
Well, there was the one OnlyFans girl who sold her bathwater and made
Yes.
millions from selling bottles of her bathwater.
that's whoever's buying it is the issue there. It's not her.
Yeah.
The bottle of
No,
bath
no.
water.
Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
don't even
it's-
want to see what these people look like.
Exactly.
Dude, have some fucking respect for yourself. Purchasing bath water from a woman.
I forget her name, but she was making like millions a month.
I mean,
on
good for
OnlyFans.
her.
Yeah, I mean, like
But-
don't hate the player, hate the game. I think it's sad that there's that many kind of really sad, lonely guys out there who,
Dudes, yeah.
are and like her bathwater wasn't cheap. You know what I
No.
mean? Like it was. I don't know. And like,
We
what
need
were
to
they
send
doing?
all
What were they
Joe
doing
Rogan.
with?
I know.
What were they doing with that bathwater once
Like
they
just
got
like
it?
smelling it or
Drinking
like
it. I don't
like
know.
swishing it in their mouth and putting it back in.
Dude.
I don't care how
Ew.
pretty you are. I don't want your bathwater.
I know.
No.
No,
You know?
no.
Jeez.
I don't even want to be in a bath. Like,
I mean, to be fair,
I don't want to be a bath with myself.
My back hurts. I have to stand up.
I don't like to go to public swimming pools. You
I
know what I
know.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't want your bathwater, for
well,
God's sake.
I'm sure the people who bought it were the closest they ever came to a bath. So
That's a good possibility. That's a good possibility.
I think
Oh,
we're kink
jeez.
shaming right now.
I think we
fuck 'em.
are.
fuck 'em.
Let's not.
You know what? You need a little bit of bullying. A little bit of bullying is nice. It stops people from buying bath water.
Yeah.
On the
Bring
internet.
bullying back.
Just a smidge. Just a
Bring
smidge.
bullying back.
There were some things I needed to be called on, and I'm glad they did.
Yeah, not everything
Yeah.
should be accepted. Okay, some things should be bullied. I'm sorry. Mr. Deadlights, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thoughts on Ice 9 Kills and favorite song?
Fucking awful band.
I'd like to second that. I wasn't going to get negative with it. I was just going to remain quiet.
I've only heard that Terrifier 3 song.
So fucking cheesy. Rock bands do not write horror films into songs. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea.
I didn't mind the song. I'm just not into screaming music, which I know a lot of people are.
I am,
not,
and it's
yeah.
awful.
Yeah, the genre is not the problem for me. It's like
It's cheese.
it's the I don't know, dude. Like if it didn't have any association with horror movies, absolutely zero people would listen to it.
Yeah, it's bad.
So that's just like what's the word? Appropriating, I guess.
Listen.
Is what I'm looking for.
I've not listened to a lot of their music. I did meet the lead singer at a convention. He offered to buy me a beer, so he gets cool points for offering to buy me a beer. So I mean, I'll give him that. But I've not listened to a lot of their music. They do have a lot of fans because that dude was busy the whole weekend at that convention, and it was like teenage girls.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the minority here. I do understand that. It's just I don't.
The thing is, if there was rock and roll conventions, they do much bigger business than the horror conventions ever could dream of. So he's realized that there's a cross section there to do the rock convention inside the horror convention, and it's an open market for him. But I mean, up here, like the guys from Kiss, like Ace Frehley or Peter Criss have done conventions. They do extremely well. Alice Cooper has done them. There's a market there that needs to be exploited. Honestly, it would be way more profitable than horror conventions ever could be.
Well, I'm seeing more and more rock people at horror conventions.
Yeah.
Like the last convention I went to, Scott Ian from Anthrax was there. There was another metal guy there I don't remember, but Scott Ian was there.
Is he still growing out his beard?
The beard's still there. The goatee's still there. Yeah,
it's got to be taller than him. He's not very big.
No, he's not.
I mean, I think he's trimmed it a little bit because it didn't.
It's not a full ZZ Top kind of thing. Where it's like a goatee version ZZ Top.
Not quite. But yeah, I'm seeing more and more metal people. Like I've seen one of the Kiss guys at a convention. Funniest thing I ever saw. This was like a convention in the middle of summer. He walks in a full mink coat. It was the drummer. I don't remember what's the drummer's name in Kiss.
Paul Stanley?
No.
Not Paul Stanley.
Peter
Criss.
Criss, yeah.
Walks in middle of summer,
The cat
full mink coat on, like cowboy boots. I was like, damn, man. Okay. I'm sweating. I'm sweating inside in the air conditioning.
Wait, where was this?
This was in North Carolina, like years ago.
Yeah.
Peter Criss died in like 92.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
No, he didn't.
What the fuck? I'm high, y'all. So give me a minute.
You are.
It's like a fake Avril Lavigne kind of shit going on.
No, it was their second. Who was their second drummer?
Their second drummer died. Yeah.
Yeah, in like 92. But what the fuck was his
name? Big Crack. Big Crack Rock says the videos are a good time watch on mute. Yeah, not a lot of love for Ice 9 Kills in the chat.
Yeah, Mr. Deadlights brings up they do have their own con. I think it was just near me. I didn't go, but they do those.
Kiss does or
no?
Ice 9 Kills.
Yeah.
I mean,
I saw a couple people bring up
con,
examples of like good bands like doing songs based on horror movies or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. Like you can do like a one-off or whatever, but when you make it, like, that's just your entire thing.
Doing something for a soundtrack, but if it's just cheesy if that's your whole thing.
It's the only thing. Like they'll never release an album where they're not doing that.
I know that the what's it called for the Terrifier 3 soundtrack? Something art. Art of violence or something like that. Violence is an art or something. I know that one's been like that one's constantly playing on Liquid
Octane.
Metal or whatever. Octane or Liquid Metal on Sirius. Yeah.
I like the channel a lot. I turn it off when they play Ice Kills 9.
So they've definitely got a big fan base. The lead singer seems like a nice fella. I've just not really listened to a lot of their stuff. So
yeah, he was on my tour bus for the H45 and he was really cool the whole day, but then once there was like a lot of people around, he'd like kind of start showing off. So it'd be like he'd turn into a rock star then. So it'd be a little different. But he seemed like a nice guy.
Let's see what else. Okay, so yeah, the crypto stuff, I don't get it. It just seems scammy to me.
It is.
I don't know.
Just buy a bunch of Pokemon cards if that's really what you want to do with your life.
Hey, that's
get a
good
shiny
investment.
Gen 1 Charizard.
I got my retirement plan.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We have an investment strategist here. I would go to this guy before I went to Elon Musk, to be honest. Swaggy, how you doing tonight, man?
Swaggy. Yeah, look at him. Look, he's got the shirt.
He's dressed.
He's like he's about to tell me I ran out of money. He's like, you have no money.
And it's gone.
You have tiny funds in your account.
I was like, I gave you all my money. He's like, it's gone. Sorry.
I put it in Hawk Tuah coin. Sorry.
You know what? We talked about it being a risk. You signed the papers.
Hey man, she's like y'all said, she is really enjoying that 15 minutes.
I do it too, man. But I'm just saying it's annoying.
But it's like
By the way.
the thing is, like, I keep seeing her like on like Instagram reels or stuff when I go through. Like, she's always talking to some celebrity. It's like, well, how are you getting hooked up with these celebrities? You know, like
She interviewed Mark Cuban like
She
not
did.
too long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, she
It was
did.
like,
Well,
it's wild.
his
It's whoever
credibility
her
is great.
management is.
I mean, her podcast is like, it's got a lot of listen. It's a popular podcast.
Yeah.
Piz, this may be worth at least a T-shirt of a Piz coin. You know, so maybe you take the
I'll
Bitcoin,
think
throw a
about
P on it.
The Hawk Pizzy coin.
Hawk Piz. There we go. We could get a Taco Man coin, and you know, I like it. It's a good idea. Swaggy, how you doing, man? How you been?
I'm doing great. This is quite the lineup you have. If Flesh Wound Dan was here, it would like be Orc. You know, that would be like an all-star lineup here.
Like
Well,
Dad is too busy ranking the Emmanuel films. So
Yeah.
I saw he had something going on right now that just popped up on my YouTube. I don't know what it was, but
He's two people, right? Like
Emmanuel
Dan's
ranking.
twins for sure.
Yes.
Because there's no way that he's watching all that shit. There's no way. Like I've done the math.
Yes, Dan is the prestige.
Yes, that's
I
what's
thought
happening.
about it.
It's they switch the hat out and
Yes.
You never know. Maybe he could be, you know, twins, triplets. It could be like what's that Cronenberg movie, Dead Ringers? You know,
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because I'm like maybe he just listens to movies while he's doing other stuff. I don't
I
know how
don't. He's
it's
got
possible.
two TVs going.
Yeah. It's like a sports bar where he has like all the
He's
TVs
got
going.
like
Contact
connected
lenses
to
with
this
like
TV.
Google
This
Glass.
earbud's connected to this TV.
that needs to be a video. I need to drive out to Dan's house and just do a video just in his house. You know,
Yeah,
just seeing
day in
the
the
setup.
life.
Yeah, a day in the life of Dan. Yeah.
He's got like a TV in every room, in the bathroom, in the shower.
But see, Piz, what you'll have to do to get the real story is drop a secret hidden camera somewhere, and then we'll see him pull his twin brother out from beneath the floorboards.
I
After you
really,
Or we're gonna see him pull
really,
something else
really-
out.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't want to see a hidden camera of Dan.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Actually.
He has a different room for a different collection for real.
Yeah.
No, guys, we don't want this.
It's funny. Yeah, like Ben, top 3 listened podcast of 2024 is the Hawk Tuah girl.
Wow.
I saw she got her 100,000 like subscriber plaque. She pops up a lot on my stuff, and I don't know why she does.
I think that's probably why she's still going.
Yeah.
To it.
I don't know.
Shout out Slipcover Steve. I see a couple things in there in the chat
I
about
don't know.
She's dating an NFL quarterback who could be MVP of the league right now. She's on a roll, man.
The Hawk Tuah
that.
girl? is?
Celebrity's weird.
hmm
I had no idea.
Swaggy's her attorney.
Swag.
I'm promoting her secretly.
I was like, you know a lot about her. You're like,
she's hired Swaggy to get her out of this legal trouble she's in.
Exactly.
Swaggy's a fixer. He's like the wolf in Pulp Fiction. He's like Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. He just fixes things.
Wolf. God, that was a
Wolf.
great character.
Yeah, that was, yeah. But anyway, how you been, Swaggy? Good to see you, man.
Great. I'm doing well. Sorry to join y'all so late, but
man.
y'all really
don't
hit
let
on
it
some
happen
good
again.
stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't let it happen again, man. You know?
Better
I'm not
better
going to
late-
write you up this time. The next time.
better late than never, though. How's your holiday season going?
Going great. I'm really lazy though. I still have not put up my tree.
Oh,
really gotta-
Swaggy.
Yeah, I got the small tree. I have no excuses. It's planned for this weekend, but
Okay.
I'm really slacking on that one.
Don't worry, Swag. You're gonna beat me getting it up.
I have a friend who puts up his Halloween stuff on Halloween day and then takes it down the next day. I was like, that's a waste of time.
That's crazy.
That's a
So
huge
why?
waste.
Yeah, they put it
That's-
up September 1st like a normal person.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Wait. What do you mean put it up?
Yeah, exactly.
It just gets added to all
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
own.
Yeah,
There
I was
you
gonna
go.
say, I just leave my stuff up.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
gets
yeah.
added to.
And then when Christmas comes around, you put a Santa hat on
I
it.
think it's another thing I noticed. Speaking of that, like there's more Creepmas stuff I've been seeing advertised everywhere. I was like, okay, good. I'm enjoying kind of like a more Halloween aesthetic for other stuff.
Has anybody got a Spirit Christmas?
I was
near
just going to
them?
ask that.
They're only in Jersey, I think. Or at
I
least
know
New
I
Jersey
have one
first.
near me. I live in Rhode Island, and there's one up here.
Yeah,
I'm
Yes.
thinking about going and checking it out.
Because
I saw they have horror stuff there. Like
Yeah.
I do.
they have like Ghostface nutcrackers and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the photos and video footage I've seen of it is like it's horror. A lot of it's horror Christmas stuff, which I think is pretty
Well, there
cool.
you go. See, that's what you should do. You should go buy it because they don't sell it on the website. Go on there, sell it on eBay. Better than Bitcoin.
That's true.
I have a feeling if it does well this year, next year they'll open more locations around it.
Of course it will.
I'm sure, and I'm sure it's doing well. I'm sure it's doing well. So
I might go check that out this weekend. Actually,
that'd be a good video, Matt.
Yeah.
Good
Be a
channel.
good video. I will do
That might be the viral video that really just
That's the one I need to
that's
make
the one that gets you on the Hawk Tuah girls level.
I can feature on her podcast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, then you've made it, man.
We get
Shit.
some Dream Emulator coin floating around out there.
I know.
So I can put a good word in for you
I
because
know.
it's easy.
Yeah, Swaggy, hook me up.
Swaggy, get her on the horn.
Oh, there's one in Woodbridge. I could completely do that.
Mr. Deadlights, thank you for the additional $2. Someone needs to summon the Butterman.
Hmm.
Who is that?
It's Brandon.
Brandon Tabata.
Oh, Tabato Vision. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Deadlights. Appreciate that. Eli Roth's attorney is here. Because Eli will be sending a Christmas ham to you this holiday season. I appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Jeremy loves ham. So
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good.
Honey
yeah,
baked.
Jeremy would be like, Eli Roth rules. What's your favorite Eli Roth movie, Jeremy? All of them.
He'd make you take him to every Eli Roth movie from here on out. Like that ham would pay for itself
That
in no
would pay
time.
for itself, yeah. He did really like Thanksgiving, so whenever Thanksgiving 2 drops, we'll be watching that. He is very excited for Nosferatu. He's also excited for the Wolfman. We're not getting out of the Wolfman.
Oh, man.
So we're not getting out of the Wolfman.
Are you guys seeing it on Christmas?
No, he wants to. On Christmas Day is all about Christmas.
Yeah.
Jeremy Christmas. So next day after Christmas, we're going to go watch it.
I didn't even know movie theaters were open on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big day. It's a big movie.
huge day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
People like
Big
the
movie.
whole thing out of it.
I remember going to see Black Christmas 06 on
Me
on
too.
Christmas Day, and it was sold out
Same
for
here.
like 2 showings. So I had to hang her out till the 9 p.m. show.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened to me as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
I watched it after Christmas, but the theater was not sold out that I watched it in. That's for sure. What were you going to say? I'm sorry. Somebody was saying something. Oh, that's right. We've got a Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. That one's finally happening. Produced by the Terrifier people.
So will they do like a Silent Night, Dead Night 2 where they just kind of replay the first movie and add some stuff?
They absolutely.
That's a possibility.
But just because it's like produced by the people who produced Terrifier 2 doesn't mean it's going to be anything like Terrifier.
No, but it's at least that from the producers of Terrifier.
Yeah,
we'll get attention.
Yeah.
Will we get the protests?
Probably they'll be fake, but they may fake
We're
some
the first
protests.
time too. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at those protests now, those people are getting a little bit old, bro. They can't be out there too long protesting.
Mhm.
I mean, if
All
people
blood
didn't
thinners.
protest Terrifier 3, then I don't know. Did people didn't protest Terrifier 3,
I
right?
saw some pictures, but
think-
I didn't.
I think
I
it
don't know.
might have been
it was a stunt.
it was a
Yeah.
stunt. It was a stunt.
Yeah.
Protesting.
Kind of like the people passing out and puking and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have protesters passing out and puking now.
Whoa, man! Don't besmirch
will never-
Silent Night.
I will
Sorry.
never understand anyone claiming that Terrifier movies are that extreme. First of all, the gore is not more extreme than a lot of films. And the second thing is, it all looks like bad. It looks like special effects. It all looks like latex.
Hmm?
It doesn't look ultra realistic. It doesn't. I don't get it. I really just will never understand how people think that this is further along somehow.
I mean, maybe if it's the same. I don't know, but it's like I can't imagine a normie moviegoer going, "Oh, Terrifier 3. Yeah, let's watch that." Or I mean, maybe
No,
if it's the same, maybe if it's the same kid who started crying while watching the Knocked Loose performance on Jimmy Kimmel, they probably passed out while watching Terrifier 3, you know.
Yeah, but why would they be there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good question. Yeah.
But really, like something like Bow and Tomahawk, right, exists.
Oh God. Yeah.
And that is like the real version of what they're claiming these movies are doing to people. So I don't get it. I for some reason the horror community has decided that this franchise needs like massive cred. And I don't hate the movies. They're not my thing, but they're just not extreme as people are saying anyway. It looks like goofy special effects. It doesn't look like anything that would. I can't imagine who's offended. I can't imagine.
I think it's more just a repeat for this generation of the paranormal activity movies, where back, 10, 15 years ago when those came out, everybody's like, oh my God, the scariest thing I've ever seen. Oh no, I couldn't sleep for days. Like they're not that bad.
I was sleeping in the theater with them.
Exactly.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, but like I saw it with Terrifier this year, at Spirit and stuff. I saw kids like daring each other to like go walk over
That's what I'm saying.
near the Art the Clown. So like it has its purpose, it has its place.
It's cool. It's I'm not saying that at all.
You're right though. It's more Dead Alive in its gore than it is Hostel. Or
right.
Yeah, I always saw the Gore and Terrifier played up for comedy, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I mean, it's not Guinea Pig or something, you know what
Right.
I mean? Like,
No, it's supposed to be, hey, guess what we're about to just chainsaw this dude in this bathroom, and like we're gonna see how much blood we can get all over this place.
yeah.
Like it's not
Right. And I think that I don't even think the filmmakers are trying to be realistic in any sort of way, but like the reaction is always, oh, I can't wait for how far they push it this time. And it's like, once you've dismembered a body, pretty much that is as extreme as it's going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have to start inserting body parts and other body parts, and then that's a whole thing, right?
But you mentioned Bone Tomahawk is difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Like that's Terrifier is not difficult to watch. Well, maybe some scenes are difficult to watch because never mind. Not because of the gore, but because
of the acting.
Kind of boring. But Bone Tomahawk is legitimately a difficult movie to watch.
Yeah,
because it's real rough.
But like during the bedroom scene of Terrifier 2, like at a certain point, I just started laughing because I'm like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah,
like that's the way I always saw it.
That's probably my favorite thing about all that. Like that scene to me was like pure. Like I was rooting for him. Like do more, kill her more. Kill her more, you know what I mean?
What else can you do?
It's not like Jeremy. Yeah. That was Jeremy in the theater, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. That was him watching Terrifier 3. Yeah. More. But yeah, I don't know. It's still kind of I'm still perplexed by the Terrifier phenomena. I've been perplexed by it since the first one. I'm still perplexed by it. It's
I love that Damien Leone owns it entirely. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's all the guy who plays Art the Clown. It's all him. Yeah. David Howard Thornton. It's all him. So
yeah, because thinking about that, Lauren, y'all remember a movie Hunter x Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she fillets that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty like, holy shit, and that
it's all about tone.
But but like what I'll say is like Martyrs is a rough watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't care who you are. It's not the gore itself, it's how the gore is presented, in the context is presented.
But commercial wise, you want fun
right? Gore, and that's what they made. But the reputation almost suggests a rough watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it's rough for a majority of people. Where if they actually went and saw something like Martyrs or Hunter x Hunter, they'd be like, yeah.
They still maintain that most people that say they like horror movies, if they watched Martyrs, it'd break their brain.
Yeah. Well,
but see, I don't know. Like we were talking about this earlier. Would they even make it to the end of Martyrs?
No.
But you have to. Like you didn't see it. Like you didn't experience that movie until you made it to the last frame.
Yeah. That's too much. You need a shower.
But that's horror. Like that's
same with like I saw The Devil, and that's like one of my new favorite movies.
That's
but it's like something like that. It's like again, it's like I think that's a horror. I mean, I'd say that's definitely a horror movie.
Absolutely.
And it's like, but it's not the same. Like, you're not going to have people, I don't know, going out to see that in mass. It's like Terrifier is just goofy, but people treat it like, I don't know.
I think Big Crack Rock's got it figured out here. Some people will use any excuse to puke in a public setting.
That's true.
That's just
what did we say about kink shaming earlier, boys? We're not going to do that.
Leave it to Big Crack Rock. He always, he figures it out. He knows the score.
A couple years ago, my theater was showing like it was a mystery horror Christmas like themed marathon where they showed like 3 movies and you didn't know what it was. And the last movie they showed was I can't remember what it was. I think it was a French movie, but I think it was called not Alone, but it was about a lady who was pregnant on Christmas Eve and she was all alone.
Yeah, I can't think.
Is that Inside?
Inside, yes. Dude,
Inside is wild.
I was not prepared for that movie.
That's brutal.
Yeah, Inside is up there with like the top of that genre, the new French Extremity.
Yeah, that was like the first time I've ever had to like look away. I was like,
the American version. God, same way with Martyrs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed it.
They made an American version of Inside.
Yep.
Isn't it PG-13? I thought I saw somewhere.
PG-13.
I thought I saw somewhere because I was reading about the movie. Because after I saw the movie, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
I don't know.
I still remember in Inside, she's got the pregnant belly and the scissors.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, Rachel Nichols in 2016.
Wow, I had no idea.
Trying to see what the rating is on it.
I don't mind films going as extreme as they want to go. I mean, there's really not a limit to me as long as what we're seeing is fake on screen. But that can't be all there is.
Right.
But it is crazy about something that's something that extreme is that popular with families now. Like, where like I saw somebody was they were videoing their kids like Halloween party at school, and someone was Art the Clown. It's like, can you imagine being an 8-year-old? Like, does this 8-year-old know who Art is? Or it's just crazy.
Actually, yeah, kids really like it.
Kids really like Art.
My kid really likes it. I won't let her watch the movie yet, just because she's only 8. But like, as far as like, I mean, how often when you were a kid before you saw some of these movies were you like, you knew who Jason was, you knew who Freddy was, you knew harm in that. I just don't want to be the guy that like traumatized my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's just kind of like, back in the 80s when like a kid was wearing Freddy Krueger pajamas and they're like, man, you're wearing a child.
Yeah, but they made them, right?
Yeah.
They made them so.
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about. Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about Terrifier 3 here because I'd like to segue into talking about Christmas movies. And I guess Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie, right? So
it is.
Anyway, let's talk about Christmas movie musts. These are movies that you guys watch every holiday season without fail. Chris, I'm gonna start with you.
I'll start off with Scrooged.
Ah,
nice.
Good pick.
Bill Murray.
Oh yeah, and that was his return to movies after Ghostbusters 2.
And that one had an interesting production because apparently Murray and Richard Donner did not get along.
I mean, Murray doesn't get along with a lot of people.
But Murray does not get. That's what I was going to say. Murray does not get along with anybody. It seems like.
But it seems like the people he gets along with though would like take a bullet for him. So I don't really know who's the bad guy in this situation.
I saw an interview with him where the interviewer. Have y'all heard that like every time Bill Murray would see Roadhouse on television,
he would call the guy's wife.
Well, the interviewer asked him like, did you really do that, or is that just a myth? And of course, in very Bill Murray fashion, he would go. He was like, that Pat Swayze did a lot of great things, but it's a real prick move what he did to my friend's wife.
That son of a bitch Swayze's got his hands all over your woman right now.
So I would have to call him and let him know what channel it was
TNT
on.
Right
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
you are not gonna like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
It seems like he's really nice to his fans though. Like, have you guys ever seen the documentary about like Bill Murray? It's like the Bill Murray stories. It's about all these people who have encountered him out in the public. And
The dude he stole fries from at Wendy's and was like, "No
That's the
one's
one
ever
I've
gonna
always
believe
heard
you."
of.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite one. Yeah, I really hope that's true. That he
Yeah.
actually did that to somebody.
So yeah, it's a really cool documentary. You should check it out. I forgot what it's called, like something the Bill Murray stories or something.
He's an interesting guy because, like, you know, he doesn't have an agent. You have to call like a number if you
Some got a cell phone.
and
It's
leave
like a payphone. It's a payphone.
and like leave a voicemail for him, and
Mhm.
maybe he'll call you back if he likes what he hears. Maybe he won't. Just strange.
That's gonna be nerve-wracking being a filmmaker and being like, he may show up for this movie, or I may have to recast him for like some unknown, because I'm sure that not some big names sitting on deck waiting for Bill
It's
Murray.
pretty dope for Bill Murray, though.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Chris in the chat. Slasher Home Video. How you doing tonight, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great holiday season.
It's medium-sized Chris.
Yep.
All we need is a little Chris, and we got it, buddy.
No, we need another Chris, another patron named
He's
Chris.
got to be shorter than
He's got to be
medium
short.
Chris.
You
though.
got to be under 6 feet tall.
hmm
Not kidding. Every
Preferably
Christmas.
under 5.
Oh
we could do
wow.
it.
That
If we
would
could do
be-
it, because you'd have a very, very tall big Chris
Yep.
and a very, very small little Chris.
That would be interesting. Nico, every Christmas, not kidding, opera and Stendhal syndrome. Wow, that's interesting Christmas watching there, but I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. Cody, some of your Christmas movie musts every year.
Man, so it's the obvious. It's Home Alone 1, 2, and Christmas Vacation, and I've watched them already 3 times each. Probably
Wow.
they're just like Thanksgiving night. They're just on and out. Like, it's something where it's like a lot of times, like late at night, I don't want to like really get into anything, so it's like those are on, and
Mhm.
on a loop. During like last weekend, I watched them maybe two times each, all in a loop. And
Well-
they don't get boring to me, like they just don't. And then they'll show them Christmas in July, and I'm watching it on AMC, you know. So it's like those are movies I can watch over and over again. And I noticed it was one of those 3 movies I never owned as a kid, because when it was time to watch those movies, it was just always on TV.
Yeah.
So I never had to own them.
They had Christmas Vacation on like some kind of 24-hour loop recently.
Uh-huh.
And like I just sat and me and my girlfriend watched it, and then we watched it right again. It's
Uh-huh.
like it just seemed like the
Mhm.
pacing was just so quick, like
Yeah.
it was over. Like, oh well, let's just watch it again. Okay.
That movie really has become like, it's not Christmas until
Yeah.
I see Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
for like a movie that I like that a lot of people don't really talk about is Look Who's Talking Now. That's a movie I used to watch on
With the
Christmas.
dogs, bro.
Yeah, with the
right?
dogs. I used to watch that on Christmas.
I was like age appropriate for that one when it came out, so I loved it.
Yeah, I remember on Christmas Eve it debuted on it premiered on HBO, and then it was Christmas Eve. Then after that, I watched it every Christmas Eve until like maybe about 10 years ago. So it's something I want to
Danny DeVito's the dog, right? The boy dog, and then Rhea Perlman, she's the female dog. Am I right on that?
I can't remember who it is. In my mind, it's like Diane Keaton for some reason, but
It may have been, dude.
but yeah, I really enjoyed that movie.
Swaggy, what are some perennial Christmas movies you watch every year?
I really like the Nick Cage movie, The Family Man.
Yeah,
I know that's a little bit different than. I mean, it's right along the same lines of It's a Wonderful Life. You know, he kind of sees a different world that he could have had, and that's a good one. And then if you flip that to the other side, to another genre, I got to go Gremlins. That's an all-time great.
You know, I love Gremlins, but like I never think of it as like a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yeah, we watch it every Christmas morning.
Yeah, that
really?
movie is legit good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Yeah. Lauren, do you have any particular? I mean, I know you're not particularly a fan of the season, but are you a fan of any? Do you watch any Christmassy movies around this time of year every year?
Jaws: The Revenge.
Oh yes.
No, I don't watch Jaws: The Revenge
Oh.
every year. But it's about as close as I'm going to get to a Christmas movie. If I had my way, we would ban the Hallmark Channel. So no.
That's a dream of mine, is to be in a movie on the Hallmark Channel.
I'm getting ready to be an extra in a movie on the Hallmark Channel. Hopefully,
yeah?
They're filming one in my town.
You're
And they
living
made
that
it like a
dream?
big. Hopefully, me and Slasher Home Video, you'll see us just walking in the back in front of, like, I don't know, DJ Tanner or something.
That's awesome.
Oh, as she leaves her big city job to come to the small town to meet the farm
Exactly.
boy.
And
What
we'll be the
Corporate
two
America
freaks
is
in the
taking
background,
over the
dude.
small town.
What if they stop all filming? They're like, no, we need you two to be the star of this movie. You guys are all over the Hallmark. You guys like the Hallmark Channel.
Like we redo like Ernest Saves Christmas, but with us
There
too.
you go.
I would be so jealous, man.
That would
Chris,
be
what do you
funny.
think, man? Can we get a sign? Maybe you get with your agent to get with mine on that one. I don't know.
Have Swaggy broker the deal for you. He'll get you.
Yeah, Swaggy, if you wouldn't mind,
It'll be
you're
a
a normal.
It'll be a Hawk Tui Christmas on the Hallmark Channel.
So, who was saying that they watch Gremlins?
I watch Gremlins every Christmas morning.
Because I have an original '84 poster from Gremlins.
Dang.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It's hanging next to my Ghostbusters '84 poster. So
Dang.
Okay.
Big
Well, see,
year
those-
for you.
That was a big year.
Big
That-
deal
for,
for you.
for some reason, like I always like Ghostbusters and Gremlins are intertwined to me because like back in the day, it seems like I don't remember what movie channel it was, but they always played one right after the other. It was always those two back to back.
It's a
And
good
I would
movie
just
channel.
I would just love it. I would predict it like, oh well, Ghostbusters is playing, awesome. Okay, we're gonna watch it because Gremlins will be next, and then I'll wait, and then Gremlins comes on next. And it's just like, oh, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder was that TBS.
I want to think it was like an HBO Cinemax, but it might have been. I don't know. I just remember they always came on like back to back. It was weird.
Yeah, I remember when HBO used to do that. It would be like the back-to-back movies, and a lot of times they'd make no sense why they're back-to-back, but you'd always wait for that.
Well, they had programming like in a loop, didn't they?
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like, oh man, I can't wait for the Phantom and Power Rangers the movie to play.
Oh, the Phantom.
Yeah,
Phantom. You're talking about
man.
the Billy Zane Phantom,
Billy
right?
Zane. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Do you remember that a beautiful VHS?
For the
Mhm.
Phantom, yeah.
The-
Oh yeah,
It was the shiniest cover.
I remember. I remember.
Dude, the Shadow came out around that time.
Oh, Shadow was good too.
Insane
Okay, so-
for Zane.
Okay, so Lauren,
Hmm.
are there any maybe non-holiday movies you like to watch around this time of year?
So my life becomes getting up, going to work, getting home too late, falling asleep on the couch, waking up the next morning, taking a shower, going to work until the holiday's over. There's no time for movies.
Wow. But do they at least play the holiday anthem, Mariah Carey's? Do they play that on loop at where you work?
No, there is no in-store music.
No, in store. You need to change that, Lauren.
No, I would never change that.
I actually-
ever.
I actually went and saw her in concert a couple weeks ago, and it was a really good concert.
I'm so
Really?
sorry.
Yeah.
I used to like it.
Can't you still hit those high notes?
Yeah.
Well,
It was
someone
good-
does.
It was a good show.
Yeah, the recording
Yeah,
does.
dude, that recording was recorded when she could. It's fine.
Did she do All I Want for Christmas?
Because
of course?
girl, you know it's true.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a Christmas concert, so it was 90% Christmas, and then she did a little part where she did her like hits, and then she went back to All I Want for Christmas for her encore.
It is
Oh.
so clear when you've reached the end of your career when you are doing Christmas tours.
Hey man, it pays the bills.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It pays well. She only has to work 3 days or three months out of the year.
You know, the guys from Sabotage were like, the hair metal thing is done. Transatlantic. What is their?
Oh, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
it was trans-
yeah.
That's who I saw. I saw them a week later.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
They were pretty good. I love Christmas.
I've always wanted to see them though.
It was good. Yeah,
They're
it
pretty
was-
good.
There's no, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
I've always wanted to see them in concert.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun show. I'd recommend it, Biz.
I've always thought Mariah Carey was very attractive too. So
Oh, sure.
I did till everybody pointed out she looks like the Michael Myers mask, and now I can't unsee that.
That's true. That's a little odd too.
Less now.
That's a little odd too.
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Lauren, okay, so set it up. All I Want for Christmas, this Christmas, the Wham song. I love that one so much.
I don't hate that song.
Oh, Last Christmas is a good song.
I gave you my heart.
Oh, that's a great one. I love it.
It's absolutely not about the holiday.
Nope.
No, it's not. But I love it. What's the Paul McCartney song?
No, I don't like anything.
I love that one.
It's done since the Beatles broke up.
Yeah, I don't like
Yesterday.
Listen, Eleanor Rigby may be my favorite Beatles song, and he wrote it, but every other contribution to the Beatles hurt the band. Paul McCartney's not my favorite human being.
I can't believe there's no music in the store. How can that be, Lauren?
He cut the wires.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's actually policy now, but yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
So
Is
They
it
wanted to
Christmas
quit paying those
decorations, though?
royalty fees, bro.
I've run many stores that have in-store music. It's worse. It's objectively worse. If you really want to hear a lot of Plain White Tees, and if you really want to hear a lot of Fleetwood Mac, and you really want to hear some Peter Frampton, you're gonna love in-store play. I promise you.
The one thing I've heard
Next
from people who
tunes.
work in retail this time of year is how the Mariah Carey song over and over again, and how it just becomes like you hear it in your sleep.
So I again, first 13 years I was in music retail in my career, and I was there when the Mariah Carey album came out, and I'm going to tell you, like, it was the most obnoxious year in retail. It
94?
was. It made things all that much worse because we were paid to play that record in store, so we had to do it. Awful.
Were you paid well?
Well, I mean, I wasn't.
He wasn't.
Are
You're
your
getting
store?
the exact same rate.
Mariah Carey was paying Lauren. Hey,
No. Sony Music Inc. was
Under the
paying the company. I never saw anything out of it. But Christmas music is weird because I can kind of get behind like something like the Phil Spector Christmas album or something that feels like the holiday to me, which to me, the perfect view of the holiday would be kind of a 1950s post-war Christmas, pre rock and roll, but the jazz influences are still there.
A Christmas Story.
I don't hate that movie. That's fine. But it doesn't. Again, I don't like religiosity at all, and I don't like syrupy bullshit. So to me, if you're going to tell a Christmas story, something like about, hey, you know what, your family might be fucked up, but they're your family, I can get behind that. So Christmas Story, I'm pretty down.
Okay, I like that.
But I don't watch it every year. Not for a lack of availability, obviously, but
Yeah.
As a non-religious person and also as a person who's worked retail for 30 years, this holiday is not my thing. But I don't feel like anyone else should take my lead. If you guys can enjoy it, then I'm kind of jealous, to be honest with you. Whether you're enjoying it for reasons I never would because of the religious aspect, or if you enjoy it simply as like a time of the year where you get to celebrate with the people closest to you, watch Frosty on ABC, then I'm jealous because I cannot get behind any of that personally anymore. Even as a kid, I didn't love it, but I don't want to pretend that I'm like angry at you guys for loving the holiday. I'm angry at you for liking professional wrestling, but
I like Christmas.
I still feel like if we could just get him to like the Royal Rumble, like something would awaken him in that crowd.
No, I don't. I think that would. Lauren, that'd be the point of no return for Lauren.
Yeah.
I think that like
We're gonna drug him.
No, you see,
We're
guys,
gonna get.
He just wakes up.
eventually, puberty will finish its course, and all of you will wake up.
Lauren's gonna get off the stream, put on his Mariah Carey album, and then put on wrestling in the background. And he's gonna be like, "Holy shit! Holy shit!"
Put on his Macho Madness shirt.
I'm just saying, there's a direct correlation between horror and wrestling, Lauren. You are the outlier.
There is.
It's not us.
There is.
You can make that argument about just about anything.
Yeah, but I'm making it about this one.
Oh, there's a connection between heavy metal and horror. There's a connection between. I mean, you could do anything.
There is though.
Yeah.
There's a connection.
There is.
Well, sure, but you can make that correlation.
I'm just saying it's shared
just
culture.
about anything.
It's shared culture. Like it's just adjacent.
All right.
Everything is adjacent.
All right. Matt,
Yes.
give us one of your favorite holiday movies you watch every year around this time and your favorite professional wrestling movie.
My favorite professional wrestler.
And why is it Suburban Commando?
Well, actually, it's funny you say professional wrestling, but I'll get to that in a second. As my name suggests, I'm a reasonable Christmas fan, so I'm not crazy about Christmas either. I think it's just because of how I was brought up and everything, but I do enjoy Christmas themed movies, and my favorite is probably Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
It's just something I've always loved. I love Muppets.
Mhm.
I love Christmas Carol.
That's
Muppets
solid.
Christmas Carol. Yeah,
That's a good movie.
but I did pick up recently I Am Santa Claus,
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
looks
yeah.
good.
and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, is it the
This
Mick Foley
is-
thing?
Yeah.
This is a partner label release. It's a documentary about mall Santa Clauses,
Yeah.
and it stars Mick Foley.
I was going to say,
I
is
saw
that
that
Mick
on
Foley?
Netflix
Yes.
So
years ago.
yeah, so the guy who made that documentary made the Bill Murray documentary as well.
Oh, interesting.
And he also just made a movie called In the House or something where he goes to all these filming locations and goes inside the houses. So it's like, he goes to like the Back to the Future house.
Oh, it
stuff
kind
like
of
that.
ruins it for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a soundstage at all.
So I haven't seen it yet, but
Yeah,
I'm looking
it looks
forward
good.
to it.
It's a fun one, dude.
Also, Santa with Muscles.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, of course, the man. Why his film career didn't take off? I
Who
mean,
knows, man? Thunder in Paradise.
I know.
I like that in
Exactly.
Paradise.
Oh, and I did pick up I didn't pick up. I procured a European cut of Black Christmas 2006 that I'm looking forward to. I haven't seen that cut yet.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
So did
What's supposed
you
to be
get
different than
the?
that?
But they had extra U with all the words.
So you
It's
got
color
the you got the European. I think that. Do you have the one that's got the 3 different cuts on it?
I got the uncut version, the European version, and the original cut.
Okay. So yeah, you got that one. Yeah, that's cool. Did you get that from Diabolic, or did you find it just out in the wild?
I found it out in the wild.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Found it in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Very nice.
So I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, awesome. Well, speaking of Black Christmas 06, Mr. Deadlights has dropped us a $5 super chat. Watched Black Christmas 06 and it was a solid movie, except for Billy's backstory and the incest angle.
It's my favorite part.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it hilarious.
That movie has come a long way in public.
Yeah.
It has.
It has.
It's come a very long
Well,
way.
that other Black Christmas remake came out, and you're like,
Oh yeah. I was like, people used to treat it like that. Yeah. People
I
used to treat
think,
it.
I think it's an absurdist horror film. It actually is pretty decent, and I've always felt that way. But I was always felt like I was screaming into the void. Yeah, it's not Black Christmas, but for what it is, look at that time period and what was coming out. Jesus, it's really not bad at all.
and you got Pete Michelle Trachtenberg.
Michelle
Oh,
Trachtenberg.
oh my god! Well, the cast is acting aside, worth watching.
And that movie, like when you talk about a movie that looks and feels like Christmas, that's it. The colors in that film, it's so vibrant. There's such an energy in that movie as well. It's come a very, very long way because it was
Universally panned.
It was universally hated for so many years. So many years.
And yet it was basically an X-Files spinoff because it was the 2 writers that were legacy writers. Yeah. So I don't know why it was kind of dismissed. Was it the title? I don't know. And I never thought normies were all that precious about Black Christmas.
I think. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I think for me, what turned me off to it the first time I saw it was the whole backstory thing, and like, you know, Billy and it's like I felt like we didn't need that. Like the less we know about Billy, like somebody like I posted the end of the original Black Christmas on Instagram because I watched it recently. And I was like, man, it just that ending is just, no matter how many times I see it, it's just chilling because he's still out there. And somebody commented, well, who is Billy and what did he and Agnes do? And my response was, we don't know. We'll never know.
And
maybe his name's not even Billy. You know, maybe there is no Agnes.
Maybe it is any of the suspects you think it is through the film. The ambiguity of the original is great. I don't think you could do it a second time. So I'm glad they did something different. I don't think that's a sin.
Yeah.
But it's really just a different movie. It's not Black Christmas, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch the special features, Bob Clark was on set like almost every day. He was having a good time.
Yeah,
that's around the time he passed away, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think a year or so later.
Yeah. When I had Glenn Morgan on for a Bloodstream, he mentioned that he asked Bob Clark for a copy of the Black Christmas script. Bob Clark brought him his script for Black Christmas, like the original script.
No, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And that was another one. Like they test screened it, and like, you know, the Weinsteins had issues and they wanted this change. And a lot of the changes they made were without Glenn Morgan's knowledge. So yeah, they shot a bunch of stuff without him, and so yeah, like the movie that's out there, I don't think is even entirely his vision of what he wanted it to be. So, but yeah, it's come a long way. I love it. I watch it every year now, and I don't know, like I like it a lot.
But for years it was a punchline.
What's that?
For years it was a punchline.
For years it was a punchline. And look, as much of a punchline as the last Black Christmas is, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay where it is. It's not coming along. So, but this one, the Black Christmas 06 was almost as hated as Black Christmas 19.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it's just like, you know, like Halloween 3. People hated Halloween 3.
They didn't basically, though. Here they go.
So, I was going to say is, with all the Black Christmas 06, you know, coming around, does it mean it's a chance for Rob Zombie?
No,
I don't think so. I tried watching that during the Halloween season to do a re-review. I couldn't do it.
More and more people are liking it, though. I see.
It's a fucking trendy thing. It's not real.
It is.
It's not real. It can't hurt us.
That shit happens more than you realize.
It's AstroTurf.
When people just, I love that, but you've never fucking seen it, or you actually detest it, but you don't want to be followed.
You know what? I hate to be that guy. How many good Halloween films are there? When was the last good Halloween film?
Wait,
it doesn't matter.
I enjoy them.
Okay,
good ones,
no.
two.
Yeah, exactly. And that, three, I'll say. I'm going to go for the first
I enjoy a majority of them.
Yeah.
But there's objectively good films that I could show anybody and say, you have to see this.
So what I'm saying is the Rob Zombie films are bad. No question about it. You can say the second film is better because he's at least doing his crazy music video bullshit. And I can hear that. I don't think I want to watch it any more than I want to watch the first. But the thing is, are we really going to suggest that Resurrection is all that much better? Are we really going to suggest that that new trilogy is all that much better? Come on, guys. It's been a long time since the heyday of Halloween.
I mean, I mean, if you look at the box office for that last trilogy, I mean, say what you will about the quality.
I thought Halloween 2018 was pretty good.
Yeah. I'll stick with that a little bit.
Blind after that. Without
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's
no, it's not. But that's the thing. What Lauren was saying is like objectively good films. Like if you were just non-horror film,
I mean, I would say, listen,
if you had to show them like a great film that they,
then I show them the first one.
Exactly. And that's the only like great film, and then there's maybe like one more.
The second film, despite a few choices, is a very solid suspense film.
The
third film is a very ambitious attempt to redirect the slasher genre into something more fanciful. I think those are respectable films all the way through. Yes. but starting with the fourth film, which just wants to be the first film, and onward, there's a noticeable drop in quality. Now, you might love one or more of those films. That's not for me to say. I love some crap too. Hell, I mean, I love some films that you guys detest, I'm sure. And that's cool. That's what makes being a movie fan worth being a movie fan about. If we all thought the same things, there's no discussions. There's no, because you don't have a channel if everyone agrees.
Sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, as far as making money and keeping Michael, I mean, that trilogy made Michael, you know, who talks about Freddy anymore? Who really even talks about Jason that much anymore? You know, Michael is still way up there in the Spirit Halloween echelon of horror characters. There's Art the Clown, there's Michael, and
Ghostface.
There's like Ghostface. Yeah, I would say Art, Ghostface, and Michael. Yeah. That's 1, 2, and 3. But like, you know, he's still way up there because of that trilogy, and it made tons and tons of money. But yeah, I mean, I would fight. I do think Halloween 4 is legitimately good. I think Halloween 6 is a flat out masterpiece, both cuts.
Okay.
And listen, give me Resurrection every day of the week and twice on Sunday over Rob Zombie.
I do love the appreciation I have developed for Resurrection over the years. It used to be the one that I would skip the most, but now it's become the one I've seen the least. So I actually enjoy watching it.
I think if you look at it as an absurdist piece, and listen, Rick Rosenthal will go to his grave saying that it is a masterpiece. It is a misunderstood masterpiece.
Is there a different way to look at it? I mean, Busta Rhymes, like,
come on, Busta Rhymes.
I thought that was implied, like when we got there. This is an absurdist piece.
Not to Rick Rosenthal. Not to Rick Rosenthal. It's a legit masterpiece. He'll go to his grave believing that it's a misunderstood masterpiece.
I wonder if Busta Rhymes thinks about that movie.
I wish Busta Rhymes would do a convention.
But he's dead, so I don't think so.
No, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Why do you think everyone's dead?
We've killed a celebrity here. I killed Peter Criss. You killed Busta Rhymes.
Oh, well, shit.
No, Busta Rhymes is just fat now. It's not dead.
Busta Rhymes was the second drummer.
He recently did a Walmart commercial.
Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
Really?
So he probably will be doing conventions.
I don't know, dude. I can't imagine a Walmart commercial doesn't pay well.
Oh, I'm sure he got paid well. I'm sure he got paid well for that. Yeah. But I mean, I really wish Busta had been at like Halloween 45. That would have been great.
That'd have been awesome, dude.
Him
and LL Cool J.
Yeah.
Dude, they can clean up as a package deal.
Yeah.
You got to understand when that movie
Virgil on him and just tell everybody LL Cool J is going to be with you.
But it's one of those things where it's like when these movies came out, like people did not like the movie. So in their mind, people don't. What I think, like Busta Rhymes, if he knows that kind of realm, he's gonna be like, "Why am I going to go to this convention where nobody likes me?"
Yeah.
He doesn't know that he would clean up there. That's why
I don't remember that movie being a joke though when it came out.
I remember nobody liking it. Really?
No one liked Resurrection.
Nobody liked it.
I liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
And sane people haven't changed their mind.
let me do a big shout out here to the Daily Ghost. Thank you for the 1999, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Too bad you can't be here tonight with us, but thank you very much. This panel is the best Xmas gift. Sorry I couldn't join, but happy holidays to all you good people. My go-to Xmas flicks are SNDN, Eyes Wide Shut. I forgot that takes place during the holidays. Black Christmas and Christmas Bloody Christmas.
Ghost is into some kinky shit.
Thank you, Ghost. Appreciate that, my friend. I can stand by all those except Christmas Bloody Christmas. I wasn't a big fan of that.
I liked it okay.
But I'll stand by all the others for sure. And have you guys heard about where did I hear about this conspiracy about Eyes Wide Shut? That like the cut that's out there is not like it's the studio's cut or whatever. Like there's the Kubrick's vision of that movie was a lot darker than the studio wanted, and like there was like a pedo cult in it. And like at the end of the movie, if you see, I didn't go back and look, but there's a scene at the end of the movie where these two guys walk away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman's child, and it's as if they gave their child to the cult to forgive him for what he did. You know, I don't know. I've not gone back and checked that, but like it was a really crazy like conspiracy theory. I went down a black hole with, and like there was supposed to be like a voiceover narration throughout the movie too. I don't know. It's odd. It's
Former
weird. Conspiracy.
Moderator Nico says it's BS.
Okay. Former moderator.
It's the one Kubrick film that I think showcased where Kubrick could have always gone wrong. He always over researched for his and tried to insinuate ideas that didn't directly correlate with the films he was making into the films, and it makes the films feel really robust and important. And he allows them to smuggle in other things that are important to the story in a way that you're so distracted that you're actually kind of shocked by how effective the scenes when they reveal are. But that movie doesn't come together for me. And I think all the misdirection is too heavy-handed for what he was trying to do. I think it was the one case, maybe his health wasn't in a great place. Maybe he'd worked on it too long. I don't know. I mean, I wish he'd done AI instead, and this had been the film that Spielberg had tried to tackle it instead.
What is because I've never seen Eyes Wide Shut, but I remember when it came out. What is it about? Like this is like a masquerade party or something.
It's about social standards, sexuality, and fidelity.
An underworld.
But it's not really like all that stuff doesn't really matter. It's really about a couple going through that moment in the relationship where they are at a crossroads in the relationship because they're both honestly bored. And it's how do you get past that? Everything else is window dressing to that. In the same way that like The Shining is a film about how do you deal with abuse in a household. I'll leave that as open-ended as possible because it's not the place for it. I think Kubrick was one of those guys that wanted all the best things for cinema, but he was so into Stanley Kubrick that he walked that tightrope, and he walked it really well, I think, right until Eyes Wide Shut. And I know we want to love it and want it to be a masterpiece. I think if we're being honest, it's just not.
Is it a horror movie?
No.
It's a drama, but it's
drama.
It's just like the setting is very unsettling. So that's as far as it goes.
There's mystery and there's suspense in there, but it's not horror.
So it's a couple that are at like a crossroads in their relationship. They're bored and they join a cult.
No. Tom Cruise tries to get into I don't even remember entirely, but he discovers there's like this cults and they all wear masks and there's a lot of weird sexual stuff going on. Yeah.
So it's like
he's trying to find an anonymous way. Yeah, he's trying to find an anonymous way to cheat on his wife.
Yeah, in a nutshell. But it's just a lot of weird set pieces and whatnot around that. It's worth watching. It's not my favorite of the Kubrick movies, but it's worth watching.
Do they have a physical I'm sure they have it on DVD, but
there's a Kubrick set.
Oh, okay.
I think a 4K came out recently. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nico, at some point, you and I should just one-on-one talk about the movie because I think we'd probably come to closer of an understanding of each other's positions, even if we couldn't ever agree.
Big Crack Rock says he finally bought the Goldberg Santa movie.
Nice.
Good job, my friend.
No, because whenever I think of Eyes Wide Shut, I think of this poster that they have.
What?
This where he's like standing on the.
I have never seen that because that is a different movie. That's a different movie.
Oh my god, that's so funny, dude! Oh my god,
that is awesome.
That's great.
So I always think about that. I was like, "What is this movie?"
What's up, horror gang? How you doing?
Got to know that password to be able to get in.
Yeah, gotta know the what was the password? Fidelio or something like that?
Hawk2. See, I thought it was about Tom Cruise discovering this new religion about aliens and stuff like that, and then just
kind of is though.
Yeah.
You know, when he's like, I watched the Firm now, and I'm like, I feel like this is just a precursor to his life now.
The Blumhouse Halloween trilogy made $891 million.
And then they spent all those profits to get the Exorcist rights, and then they put the bed.
That's true. That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
because we all know how much money something makes is how important it is, right?
Well, but I mean, it kept it out there. It made Michael still a star. He's still A-list.
So was the Exorcist movie a rug pull?
I don't know for whom, dude. I guess we pulled the rug.
Yeah.
It went the wrong way. They needed to make 3 movies. What was it, $400 million or something for the licensing of that?
$400 million.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even touch that.
No.
Swaggy, do you have any holiday movies you watch every year without fail? What are some of your favorites?
Well, you'd already asked me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I think I left somebody out, didn't I?
So no, I was going to go like a second time.
Okay.
Counter, but I made the Rob Zombie joke and it delayed us forever.
Yeah, it always devolves to Halloween, like Lauren says.
I thought I left somebody
Series
out.
proved correct.
So I was going to make another reference. Another kind of movie suggestion is I do enjoy Muppet Christmas Carol, but I prefer Muppet Family Christmas more.
Okay.
I don't know if I've seen the Muppet Family Christmas.
It's
I
really
didn't
good.
see it once, like a long time ago. I'll have to revisit that.
But I also really mainly enjoy those little old Rankin Bass specials. So
Oh yeah, I know. Last year you turned me, Tallest Chris, onto Life and Adventures of
Santa Claus. Yeah, it's a good one. So for anybody who wants to see a Christmas special that's fucking out there, Life and Adventures of Santa Claus is a D&D campaign about Santa growing up with a lesbian couple made of a wood nymph and a lioness as he tries to gain immortality to deliver presents to children forever.
That's crazy.
That is written
What's
on
it called
drugs.
again?
The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus.
And was this on like the Wonderful World of Disney back in the day? Or
no,
what?
it was the last Rankin and Bass special made in '85, I think.
85.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
wild.
The
Wow.
last stop motion one, at least. Based on a book from 1901. It involves like it's a D&D campaign. So like there is
D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, like that. Kind of like it's these elder gods fighting these ancient trolls. And the leader of the trolls is the voice of the father-in-law from Cosby Show.
Oh, okay.
And the book that it was based on was written by Frank Baum.
Yeah, Frank Baum,
author of Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
And a public advocate of just killing all the Indians.
Great.
Good old Frank Baum.
That was him.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Man brought solutions, Lauren. What do you want?
you know what?
All you do is you just sit there criticizing.
Turn of the century Thanos.
You know what else I like to watch that's not as popular either is Garfield's Christmas. I always thought it was sad when I was a kid. Yeah.
Well, don't they kill Odie?
No, I
You can't get rid of Odie, man.
I wanted to bring it down a notch.
For me, I mean, every year, of course, is Jeremy and I at least watch A Christmas Story once or twice during the marathon. I love A Christmas Story too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a must. Do you guys have a personal favorite Christmas Carol version? There's like a million different ones. Do you guys have a personal favorite?
Honestly, probably the Muppets.
Yeah, same
one's
here.
the best one.
The Muppets and then probably Scrooged.
I was going to say
Scrooge. Yeah.
Scrooge.
Exactly.
Yeah. Muppets.
Yeah, good ones.
I like the Scrooged, of course, but I also like the Albert Finney Christmas Carol.
That's what I was.
That's the dirtiest, grimiest, gringiest.
That's
one.
yeah. The
Yeah.
George C. Scott one's fine.
Yeah. And then of course, I mean, you the classics, Black Christmas, both the first one and the first remake, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, to Bob, I always, this time of year always makes me think of Bob Clark too, and what a great filmmaker and underrated filmmaker he was, and what a versatile filmmaker he was. He made holiday classics on the complete opposite end of the genre spectrum, and he made Porky's, which was a huge comedy. Basically, I mean, he created the teen sex comedy. He did a Jack the Ripper movie called
Time After Time.
No,
I always screw that up.
it's I forget what it's called. It's really good though. It's a really good Jack the Ripper movie. I think it's got Donald Pleasance in it. Definitely
did
check
this?
that out.
Bob Clark? Oh,
Bob
wow.
Clark. Yeah. A Death Dream is a great movie. If you've not seen Death Dream, highly recommend it. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
Not great.
It's not great, but I like it. I recommend it as well. Murder by Decree.
Murder by Decree, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, great film. Yeah.
Christopher Plummer.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's who it had in it.
That's right, Christopher Plummer. That's right. That's right. So yeah,
Is that God?
That was Christian. He just came up my phone. I was like, "What is that?"
maybe that was Bob Clark reaching out to us from
Yes.
across the veil. Thank you. But yeah, a very talented filmmaker, versatile filmmaker. It's just too bad he didn't do more. He passed away, unfortunately, and love the guy. Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2 every year. Christmas Evil every year. Santa's Sleigh every year. John Russo's Santa Claus every year.
Wow.
It's awful, but I love it. Gosh, what else is on that list?
The Santa Claus movie?
No.
I like the Santa Claus movie.
Don't Open Till Christmas. Another one. It's bad, but I love it. So yeah, those are my go-tos.
What about Rare Imports? I haven't seen that one yet, but I hear it's
I
pretty good.
love Rare Imports.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's on my.
I
watch
like
list.
it. I don't watch it every year though. Like I don't. There's some other good. Like I don't watch that one every year. There's Dial Code Santa. I don't watch that one every
No.
year.
I like Scent a lot.
Scent, but I don't watch it every year either.
Anybody seen While She Was Out with Kim Basinger?
Don't think so.
It's good. It's like from 2008. It's Christmas Eve and she goes to the mall to shop for her kid, and she gets involved with like this gang, and they like chase her out into like the middle of nowhere, and all she has is like a toolbox, so she has to fight them out with all the tools in it. It's a really good movie.
Ah, have you ever heard of that one?
Yeah, it's called While She Was Out, or While She Was Out.
Oh, and how could I forget? Elves.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. Well, let me ask you guys. Okay, best and worst Christmas gifts. Best and worst Christmas gifts. Matt, I'm gonna start with you.
Oh man, I was thinking about this and I don't know. I really don't. I remember, this is gonna sound stupid, but I remember when I was a kid, I got a Game Boy Color, and that was like the coolest gift I ever got, I thought. And it came with Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Pokemon.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Oh, which
man,
Pokemon?
Red.
Oh, nice.
I mean, that's a pretty bad.
Because I never got like big gifts when I was growing up because we didn't have a lot of money, so I don't know how they pulled that off that year. And I was always like,
Bitcoin.
we'd go to my grandparents' house, yeah, and so I'd always be in the car and stuff. So I had my Game Boy now, and that started my descent into dissociating from every person in my life, and let me be the person I am today. But yeah, I mean, as far as bad gifts, I don't know. I don't think I've ever got like a really bad gift. I remember like my aunt every year for Christmas, she would get me the same shirt every year. And it was always the shirt and this is the only gift she ever got me. She never gave me money, never gave me any other gift. She gave me a shirt that had a picture of a mosquito on it. And underneath it just said, "Bite me."
That's really specific.
Sure,
That's weird. Yeah.
And
Maybe she got a deal, man. She got them at one time.
I don't
She
know.
just spaced them out.
Where she got them. And I remember I made the mistake a few times of wearing it out, and that became my nickname for a little while. Was "Bite Me," because everyone.
So like something you buy at an airport, like, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
last
it was
minute
like one of
gift.
those like like Life is Good kind of things, like just at some like random gift shop, and she would just get me the same shirt every year.
Maybe she didn't like you.
I don't think she liked me. So yeah, that was. I don't know, just a weird gift every year.
That is a weird, and every year.
Every year for like, I mean, then she just stopped giving me presents. but for like 5 years, they're just
You
the
should-
same shirt,
You should have started giving her the shirt.
colors.
Exactly.
Just trade it in every year.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. Oh my God, Big Crack Rock says he had a shirt like that.
Might have been the same. That's funny.
That is funny, man. Okay, all right, good, awesome. Cody, best and worst Christmas gifts.
So when I was a kid, I used to hate getting clothes. So whenever I got clothes or like arts and crafts stuff, I was just like, ugh, what am I gonna do with this stuff? Like, you know, like I just wanted action figures and movies. So I remember so I don't know, whenever I got clothes, which I did not like, but the best thing I can't even remember. I remember I got this tent and it was like the Batmobile from
the 89 Batman Blue?
no, Batmobile from Batman Returns. So
Okay.
it was a pretty cool tent.
Which is also a Christmas movie, by the way.
Yes. But then
True.
this one year I got a beanbag chair and then I got Dumb and Dumber and a Goofy movie. Funny enough, I had the Goofy movie poster up for Christmas on VHS. And I remember watching those both over and over again until school started. It's sitting on this beanbag chair. And I also got it was like a chest full of like costumes for some reason, so I could like put it up or something. And I remember I used that chest as like to put my drinks and like my cheese balls on. So it was a great Christmas.
I got Dumb and Dumber one year for Christmas on VHS too, and that movie takes place during Christmas too, doesn't it? Or no, Lloyd Christmas. The guy's name is Lloyd.
Lloyd
Christmas,
Christmas.
yeah.
And it's a you know, it takes place in the winter.
Yeah.
In Aspen.
That was
The
my
beer flows
first
like
theater
wine.
movie.
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
It was Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Wow, awesome. Lauren, do you have any best worst Christmas gifts you remember?
So, I mean, clearly the best was the year the prosecutor dropped those charges.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Misunderstanding.
It's well, not really, but so it's weird because like that's such a weird question to me because I never asked for anything as a kid or as an adult for Christmas because it was never my thing. I was given stuff. We didn't have a lot of money, to your point. There was always stuff, but to be honest with you, I was always kind of uninterested in the holiday. I was never like one of those kids that couldn't wait for the holiday or woke up early. Like I hear all those stories that everyone seems to share, and I was always the last one to be awake on Christmas Day. Like as a 3-year-old, I was the last one awake on. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure there's been great gifts, and it probably is kind of disrespectful that I don't remember any of them. But Christmas has not been my thing. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you, Jonathan?
So Christmas 1998, Lauren's gonna be so mad at me. Christmas 1998
right.
was still referred to in my home as, I'm an only child though, so remember this, as my wrestling Christmas. Because my mom and dad killed it from top to bottom. I got nothing but figures. I got WCW, NWO, Revenge for N64.
Best game.
It was, dude. It was amazing. I mean, I remember I got so many of those I was a WCW kid. I don't
Me
know
too.
if you guys.
Me
yeah.
too.
So I had so many of those. I don't know if you remember them. They were action figures that had like magnets in the fists. Like that was supposed to be their gimmick where they could like latch up together. I had so many of those. And my mom got me 2 Ric Flairs for some reason.
She was a big Flair fan, I guess.
Woo! I hope not. I hope she didn't ride Space Mountain. Goddamn, sorry, Dad.
Did you have Big Papa Pump?
Oh Jesus!
That wasn't that year,
That's
but like
funny.
it was like the
no
line right
glasses.
before that. I got like I remember he was the giant then, Big Show.
Yeah.
I had a giant figure that came with a little bitty fucking Rey Mysterio Jr. Dude. Like, they were real.
Yeah. And his neck went up and down.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
his
neck went up and down.
his legs didn't move.
Yeah. And then and then you squeeze the legs and his hand would squeeze around the neck.
That's
Yeah.
good that his eye popping out. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I had that as well.
But that was my favorite Christmas. Like I know, like, and I guess the least favorite would be when you get clothes. But I always get, my mom still gets me PJs to this day. Ironically, probably my favorite gift these days.
I mean, that's true. Like I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about like, when I was a kid, I hated getting clothes, but like I recently got like some clothes a couple of years, like some Duluth Trading underwear. And
Yeah, like
socks,
something you wouldn't
and
treat
I was like,
yourself
these
to.
are awesome.
Yeah. Something you want, you just probably wouldn't treat yourself to it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's like I'm at the age now where like I appreciate some nice underwear and socks.
Man, Duluth, that's some good stuff. I hear.
yeah, it is. Get them ballroom jeans, boy. You gotta.
Good stuff, man. Chris, what about you?
So I guess best gift, probably my not first bike, but my second bike. That was more freedom for it. But what I enjoyed more than the gift getting was more just the final gift from like the time I was like 8 on for a good number of years was a scavenger hunt to find the final big gift.
Oh, nice.
And so it would be kind of like clues to go around the house and so forth. And that became a family tradition to where with my brother being the youngest, he's like 11 years younger than me. So we're 12, I think. He's pretty young compared to me. He got so good at the scavenger hunt. My dad had to like do like model numbers for like his woodworking equipment in a Google search for, or he'd give the clue to like a neighbor who lived like 6 blocks away, so he had to go down there to do something. So it's just so he wouldn't finish it too fast.
That's intricate.
That is pretty
That's
intricate.
cool.
That's cool though.
I participated in something like that a few years ago where it was like a scavenger hunt in this person's neighborhood. Like they lived in this cul-de-sac and it was cold as hell, snowing, and I was sick on top of it. And we're out running around to these people, and it was misery. But hey, let's see who did I not get? Swaggy.
I got 2 gifts that really stood out to me. One being probably one of the first movies I remember having was I got the Western Tombstone on VHS. And I watched that movie so many times. I remember I could tell you the trailers before the movie started. I could quote those so much. I mean, that movie alone has so many great quotable lines in it. But I think probably, I mean, I don't want to say a bad gift, but somebody I think it was my mom, gave me I'm not even a Grateful Dead fan, but she gave me a Jerry Garcia tie that is so ugly that I still have it because I'm going to re-gift it to somebody one day.
Ooh.
And I still have it sitting in the box. She gave it to me like 5 years ago. I don't know where she pulled that out of. I've never worn it one time. But I mean, if that's the worst that I can complain about, then I got it pretty. I've had a good Christmas, I should say.
Wear it for your court case for Tuah. Maybe that'll get some good for her.
Yes. Do you guys do like what's it called, the Dirty Santa exchange?
Oh, like
I used to go to one every year, and it just turned into an alcohol exchange.
Yeah, like a bottle of wines and stuff.
Yeah.
See,
I'm not a fucking alcoholic, folks.
That could be your Dirty Santa exchange gift, Swaggy, is your Jerry Garcia tie.
We would always open one gift on Christmas Eve, and then everything else, you could pick one gift, but then everything else was Christmas Day. But I have another buddy, they open all their gifts on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
we did that for a while. I think my parents got tired of got tired of me getting up really early to open presents, and I was like, just let him open them and stay up all night. We'll go to bed.
Did anybody ever because the house I grew up in, we didn't have a chimney. I remember asking my mom one time, like, but how does Santa get in if he can't come down the chimney? And she goes, he walks through the door.
Yeah.
Like he can walk through.
Oh, through the door.
I remember thinking that's freaky.
Yeah.
As opposed to oozing through the vents.
Yeah, as opposed to him like a big fat man in a red suit squeezing down the chimney, he can become, just walk through the door.
I was told he had a magical key, so you could get in.
Oh, okay.
It's a good one.
That is a good one. I think I got everybody. There's one gift from my childhood that I remember when I opened it, I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was a toy gun. It was an Uzi toy gun, and it came with a silencer. And I just thought that was the coolest thing I'd
You
ever.
pretended to hunt down CEOs like, right there in his bedroom.
That was it. But I remember thinking, like, this is the coolest thing. Like, I was so jazzed by this plastic Uzi with a silencer. I just thought that was the coolest thing. And like, I like, for some reason that gift is stuck with me all these years. Like, I'm sure I got much better gifts, you know, but like that one, for some reason, like, I don't know, like,
did it shoot anything like Nerfs or anything? Or
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
It's back when you could like make them look like real guns too.
It was black. I don't remember there being a red tip on it. I mean, yeah, you
one of like these pansy kids today.
Exactly.
Bright orange and yellow guns.
Yeah.
You put the side, like the silencer fit onto the you know, and like, yeah, I just remember it being black. It looked, you know, real.
Oh, you remember the cap guns? Like you put either the little, like it'd be like a little snub nose 38 that you'd like load one into, or the Western guns that had like the ribbon.
Hey, this just brought back a memory. I remember in like elementary school, it was probably like third or fourth grade. I had to do a play, and I remember the day of the play. It was like we had like 4 different teams in our class, so we're all. It was just like a classroom play, and I remember mine had to have like a rifle. So I had like this real looking like toy rifle from like a Western rifle, and I remember carrying it to school. So I'm walking down the street with this like this rifle that looks real. Then I'm like, you know, I'm on like the playground in the beginning of the day, and then I carry it to, you know, it was with me the whole day. But now it's like, now I think about it, it's like, how did I get away with that?
Before 90s.
We had a trap team in high school. There were people always like legitimately bringing shotguns to school.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of like people that would go hunting before school.
Yeah.
And they'd have their guns in their truck, just pull up to the parking lot.
That's wild to think what we used to do. I remember smoking like in my car, like in high school, like when you were leaving the lot. Like I'm sure they'd like arrest your parents for that.
Yeah. Well, like even hearing Swaggy talk about how he got Tombstone on VHS, like we all got those kind of movies when we were that young. Now, like kids would not watch, you know, a kid wouldn't watch Tombstone until they're like 16 now, you know. If
they got YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's even then like more like adult themed movies watching as a kid. Like I remember watching, like I went to theaters with my best friend as a kid watching Fried Green Tomatoes because that looked good to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I rented Species on pay-per-view when that came out. I was like 5 or 6. Looked good though, and there were boobies.
I remember my grandma renting me Species and Species 2, and I remember watching it, and I was like, I hope she doesn't walk in.
Getting spicy in here.
I know.
I'll never forget when I walked in on my dad watching Life Force.
Yeah.
That movie stuck with me until I found it again. And I was like, oh, that's what Dave was fucking watching that day.
Your dad was just a Toby Hooper fan. That's it.
He's not that cool. I do love my dad, but there's no way he's that cool. He was on Cinemax and he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you guys one more holiday related question, and then we'll call it a night. Do you guys have any? Well, I guess the opening all the presents on Christmas Eve might be considered a strange holiday tradition. Any strange family holiday traditions, like anything odd that stands out?
We always kill the oldest member of our family.
Okay,
that seems to work out.
Kind of like a midsummer thing.
So we call it
a little bit, but a lot more redneck than midsummer. Just like that, but like just as barefoot.
Got to make a sacrifice to Santa. You know,
is it still a bear or is it something else?
It's a bunch of raccoons and possums kind of zip tied together.
Mr. Deadlights wants to know what your favorite metal band is, Lauren.
Well, that's weird because I'm not really a huge metal fan. I like aggressive music. Metal.
Iceland Kills.
No, not Iceland Kills. I really like Velmaya at the moment.
Yeah,
they're probably up there. If you're talking current stuff, older metal is hard for me because a lot of it doesn't age well. Like the 80s stuff has not aged well for me, really. I do like early Megadeth, but I don't know. That's a weird one for me. I listen to just rock and roll. Like I grew up with punk rock and industrial more than metal. Although I listened to a lot of metal in high school because it was popular in the 80s when I was in high school. I don't know. If you don't know Velmaya though, check them out. They're a really cool band that have evolved a lot. Some people don't like the evolution. I know Orc's about to scream that he doesn't like their new direction, but I like when bands change. So
yeah, Velma is great. I haven't listened to their new stuff, but
the new album is tremendous. I mean, it's very different, but talk about a band that takes some musical like chances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lauren, what does it mean that you swallowed a marble? Like, am I missing something?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, I saw that earlier, and I was like, I keep looking at it. I was like, does that say he swallowed a marble?
He swallowed a marble as a child, and it just disappeared.
Yeah. It's like that band I fought a bear once. It's Lauren swallowed a marble.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's part of my history.
Okay.
That was his weird Christmas tradition. He had to swallow a marble.
You know, I actually have a weird Christmas tradition.
Go
I know
for
you
it.
skipped me because you assumed, but so my grandfather used to play the accordion at Christmas on Christmas Eve.
That's
And
cool.
and if you're really never been in a room with an accordion,
Loud.
very loud instrument and not very organized.
I don't think I
So-
have.
So the melody is there, but there's a whole lot more noise than just the melody. I was terrified of the accordion. And I think this is a completely reasonable fear because it was loud, it was obnoxious, and I could kind of hear music in it. But it's kind of like, imagine if someone's talking, but you could hear another voice buried in the first voice telling you a completely different, darker secret. And that's how I felt about the whole accordion thing. So now I live in the house where my grandfather played that accordion in the big room downstairs. And every Christmas I walk by and I'm like, I wish my grandfather was still alive, but I'm glad he's not playing that accordion.
You can still hear it though in the
Would
house.
he play like polka music?
No, he played Christmas songs kind of, but no, it actually, Piz, it's not that I can still hear it. It's that I've never stopped being able to hear it in my head.
Okay, nice.
He's got tinnitus from it.
There you go.
Is the accordion still in the family?
I don't know where that is, and I don't want to know.
Guess what you're getting for Christmas this year is the accordion.
Fuck.
That
I'll have an answer for the last question.
Wow. Anything else on your all's minds you want to talk about before we call it a night?
One last recommendation for movies.
Sure.
I talk about this every year. I'm getting to be a broken record. A Ghost Story for Christmas. They're on Shudder now. You have no excuse to not go watch Ghost Story for Christmas.
Ghost Story for Christmas.
The
Okay.
DVD set is cheap now, and it's awesome. Do it. And Ramsey Campbell, who is just one of the greatest human beings you'll ever meet, is all over that set. It's so worthwhile, guys. Do it.
Yeah.
Is it a BBC thing?
It's a BBC thing. It's an it's an anthology, but it was like a yearly anthology. So my favorite is Whistle and I'll Come to You.
Yeah.
And then The Signalmans is great. Stigma. I mean, they're all great, but you really
some of the later ones are not as good.
Yeah. No.
All the early stuff is fucking gold.
Yeah. And I was surprised that they're all on Shudder.
And they are all on Shudder. Okay, cool. I'll have to check those out.
If you like Prison Break movies, there's a great Indian Prison Break movie that just hit streaming called Jigra. It's one of the best films of the year, and it will make you feel things. It's awesome. It's about a sister and brother from a rich Indian family, and the brother goes to China to meet up with his cousin on a business venture. And while he's there, they get pulled over, and his cousin has drugs on him. But because he has a record, he'll get the stiffer fine. So the brother decides to take the rap for him, not realizing that he'll get the death penalty. So a clock is ticking. They have like 30 days to get him out, or he's going to die. So it's a film about breaking him out. And then the sister goes on a really unhinged quest to free her brother, and it ends in one of the most amazingly violent set piece third acts. It's an amazing film. Jigra. You should really watch it. I think Amazon Prime has it. If it's not, Netflix has it. It's one of the two big guys. You're gonna have to search for it because it's not gonna come up on your home screen. But Jigra.
Interesting. Okay.
Awesome film.
I think, I think we need something special to wrap up this Christmas episode. We need a holiday themed moment of swag with Swaggy G. Swaggy, what do you got for us this week?
And it has
what do you got for us a holiday moment of swag
to end the year with?
That rhymes.
Wow, I don't have anything that rhymes.
Make it in haiku form.
The only thing I can say, well, okay, this is what I got. So if you have a dress shirt and you know how it's tight right up here whenever you button it up, I'm gonna give you something that's a game changer.
I got a fat neck, so I'm listening.
They make these little extensions.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can put it in there around the button, if I can get it. And then it clips to the other hole, and it'll give you like a little bit more room around your neck. So it's a game changer if you have a big neck like that. So I wear this all the time, because it'll mess you up right there. But anyway, that's all I got. I got nothing else. I'm sorry.
That's a good tip.
That's a good tip because the holidays, people will dress up for holiday dinners, for holiday get-togethers, holiday
court appearances.
Holiday court appearances. That's a very good swag.
Remember, make eye contact with the jury.
Yes.
That's a good point. Yes, Lauren, because you're addressing the jury. You're not talking to the attorney.
And fuck the judge. He's just the referee.
Yes.
That's bad advice, by the way.
You want the jury. You want the jury on your back, or I'm sorry, on your side.
Your side, yeah.
Well, maybe on the back. Depends.
You want them in your pocket.
Exactly. Oh, geez, we've been going for almost 3 hours. Lots of stuff we discussed tonight. It's been quite a lively holiday show. I like it. Lauren, where can we find you on social media?
At Lauren Dixon on Twitter, where nothing happens, and then Visited by Voices is one on the YouTube where things are happening but slower than I expect. But there's some exciting stuff like Region Free is on Friday the 13th. There's new episodes of Cabinet of Curios and the Dead End Drive-In, both hitting probably within the week, but they're both in the can. I just have to do some nipping and tucking and get them up.
Okay, cool. Jonathan, where can we find you on social media?
Really nowhere on social media, but you can find me on Region Free on Friday. You can hear me talk all kinds of nonsense about topics I really have no business talking about.
Proudly.
Cody, where can we find you, sir?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at Dude Who Loves Movies. And right now I'm doing a 90s month this month. So I just did a episode doing all these 90s flavors of it's a sequel to one that I did last year for Nutty and Nostalgic. So they're all like 90s themed movies that I got these spreads for. And I also got a pizzeria one, like those bag of chips pizzeria. They do savory spread, and it was pretty good. It looked like not so good, but it was really good.
Cool. Yeah, I liked the Ninja Turtle pie one that that was pretty good. They've got a Christmas tree cake one.
I saw that, Biz. I saw that.
I may have to try and get that. I don't know. Yeah. Matt, where can we find you?
Dream Emulator HVSC on Instagram and on YouTube. Doing a live stream tomorrow, watching hopefully watching a Karate Christmas Miracle, which should be something with Eric Roberts. We'll see if I can take him down or not.
With Eric Roberts. Okay, interesting.
What's it called? A Karate Christmas Carol?
A Karate Christmas Miracle.
Oh,
There's a whole crazy story behind it. This guy was like some kind of judge or district attorney or something down in, I think in Texas or something, like wanted his kid get into karate, and so he was going to make a movie about his kid. It's a whole thing. It's nuts. It's one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
Interesting. That sounds like something I need to tune in for. And you'll have your video tour of the Spirit Christmas.
Yeah, actually, I might do that. Yeah.
Very nice. Very cool. Chris, where can we find you on social media?
So on X at Bonus Pretzel, I've joined Blue Sky as well at Bonus Pretzel. That's mainly kind of where I'm hanging out. Is those simple things.
Okay, cool. Swaggy, where can we find you?
I'm only on Instagram at John_cool_world. And I want to give a shout out to Dream Emulator. I watched your last 2 videos and they were very good, man.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate
thrift store shopping and those 5 movies from the partnered labels with Vinegar Syndrome. Those are really good, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, let me do some shout outs here in the chat. Let's see who's still with us. We've got Orc is still here with us, hanging out. Dead Zone 2023 Ghost is still here with us, hanging out. Mr. Deadlights, Nico hanging out here all night with us. Appreciate that. We got Steve Mayers hanging out with us. Joe Reese, Cliffy Boy was with us over on Twitch. Got Biggie Fitz here. Our man Big Crack Rock always holding it down in the chat, bringing those moments of knowledge and levity that we all love. Movie Fan was here hanging out with us. Tony Chappie was here. Pablo Papano, nice, was here hanging out with us. Jess, hope you're doing well. Norless Tapes 67 was here. Slipknot Fan was here. Horror PDF Studios was here. Tyler was here. Let's see who else was with us tonight. If the chat will let me go up much higher. Beyond the Void was hanging out with us tonight. Thank you very much. Real Feels Podcast, our buddy Drew was here. Mr. Deadlights, thank you for the $2 super chat. Piz, do you plan to get the McRib this year? I don't know. I don't know.
The real question is, do you plan to get the gallon of McRib sauce?
It's only a half gallon. It's only a half.
You know, I will mention another weakness, another holiday weakness of mine, aside from the Christmas tree cakes, McDonald's holiday pies.
Really?
Those are so good. So good.
I can see the comparison.
Because I've been meaning to ask you, so DiGiorno has a Thanksgiving pizza. Have you and Jeremy tried it yet?
I tried to find that for Thanksgiving. Okay. It was apparently like a Kroger exclusive.
Okay.
And I couldn't find. I've got 2 Krogers nearby. Neither one of them had it. Both like I looked a couple of times. Neither one of them had it.
Yeah. So my mom works for like for a Kroger company, and I asked her if they had it. She bought me 5 of them. I had half of one, and I was just like, I can't. I didn't like it. So now I'm stuck with 4 of them. But yeah, I was like, this would be a good video for you guys to do, you and Jeremy.
I wanted to try it. It didn't sound appetizing, but I thought it would make for a good video. A Thanksgiving pizza.
Yeah.
So, but thank you, Mr. Deadlights. Appreciate that. And thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. And thank you all for hanging out with me tonight and sharing Christmas memories and shooting the bull about all sorts of things. I feel like I've learned a little bit more about CryptoCoin. Still not going to invest in it though. Yeah. But Pizcoin will launch soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Also keep your eyes peeled for the rug pull, or keep your eyes closed for the rug pull. Actually,
yes.
But anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate your time. Thank you all for being patrons. And I've got Jeremy and I are doing our Christmas stream on the 23rd at 1 p.m. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I've got several videos lined up to come out before then. So keep your eyes peeled for all that goodness. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you again real soon. Until then, peace.